Well, I think we're live. Fabio, what's going on?
What's up, man? What's going on? It's Monday. I'm back at work. Can't wait.
Holy crap, dude. Holy moly. What in the world has happened for Star Wars from Hot Toys? And I think that, I don't know. Am I in a dream world? Am I actually like dreaming? Like, did I have too much wizard crack?
It feels like it's a dream, believe it or not. It's a big deal what's going on right now. Yep. Very exciting. Very exciting.
Already 40 in here. And what is his name? Brandon Altman says 66 cups of coffee on May 4th. Let's go. I mean, I couldn't freaking believe my eyes. And I honestly think, like, listen to me. This is perhaps one of the most epic teases in Hot Toys Star Wars history. You know this to be true, my friend.
Absolutely. This, like we talked about, this announcement alone opens the door for so much. Because remember that, our thing was always when. Now it's, oh my God, so very exciting. Very, 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 very good weekend.
Dude, man. And you know what's so funny? Should we play the intro? I mean, it looks like the reception's good here. So I think we should just dive into this historic 6-scale Hot Toys, the king of toys, the king of 6-scale toys. Let's see if this video will play and dive into it right now, baby. What was that, dude? The Hot Toys wizard is doing an interruption. For some reason, my videos are having a little bit of a problem here, but we'll try that again in a minute. Dude, but I don't even know. It should be an epic moment. We should do this like a little bit different anyway, because
yeah, true.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, what was your reaction when you first saw that tease? Tell me, dude.
So what happened was, Joao sent me the picture of the Hot Toys announcement, but it didn't come from, he didn't send it to me as a link. He's just sent me the screenshot of the picture. My first question was, is this real? Because I couldn't believe it. I was like, there is no way. And the reason why I was so shocked was because we've been talking about this for so long, and so often. It wasn't like once in a while. It was constant talk about when. So I was immediately skeptical about that picture. So then he sends me the Hot Toys link to it. I was like, oh my God. Right away, I was like, unbelievable. I was like, wow, this is really coming. And like I said, this opens up the door to so much. And we've never, I think we've been teased we were teased actually, the C-3PO before. So what that means is anything teased, I guess at this point, there's a very high chance of it being released. And there is a big chance, we'll get into it more, but where I'm going with this is there's a big chance that this means that Hot Toys is listening to us more than we think.
I'm telling you, you hit the nail on the freaking head. And thank you so much to Collector Number One. Such a great supporter, as is everybody in here at 6-scale Cantina. What an epic time in history for 6-scale toys collecting. Hot Toys has officially stepped up to the plate when it comes to Star Wars, and perhaps the most epic announcement that we have been waiting for. Not only C-3PO, but a darn two-pack with R2-D2 and C-3PO. And really, those droids are the very foundation of what Star Wars is. Fabio, those two droids are essentially, as Lucas said in so many interviews, are the storytellers to the original trilogy. How appropriate is it? There's been so many two-packs of that dynamic duo. We talk about dynamic duos,
Yep.
Batman and Robin, Bonnie and Clyde, Shaggy and Scooby, Ares and Fabio. But come on. I mean, TK FOMO and CT Suckett. But I don't even think they could top C-3PO and R2-D2. And come on, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, this is historic. We don't have to wonder why Bespin Luke was released on April 13th. I brought up some scenarios, and it appears that the one scenario is that they're telling us, keep your eye on it, because they decided to release this R2 or tease this R2 and C-3PO May 1st. It's not even May 4th yet. They know what they're doing. They know what we're anticipating. This is the stuff we've complained about, Fabio, for a long time. And they didn't just give us a C-3PO. They gave us a two-pack. What's going on here, bro?
Well, like I said, again, it's crazy. It's crazy that, like you just said, we're not just getting, the one figure. We're getting them both. We're getting them both from a specific movie, obviously. And to me, again, the exciting thing is, if you look at the actual figure, what it looks like, if you look at the body, what it looks like, that's very telling of what's to come, not only from that figure, but in the future as well. So that's what makes it even more exciting, because it's not just, here, we'll keep you quiet for now. That opens up the gate for anything that's a possibility at this point, and it's so awesome.
It really is so awesome, my friend. And I'm trying to actually get the image up onto the screen here. I mean, I'm almost speechless, because we've been talking about this for so long, and you have to wonder if they're actually listening to content like this. Fabio, are they listening to the content that we put out as content creators? Are they listening to the Hot Toys wizard? I mean, it is so freaking interesting to me that the first thing we get is what you're seeing on the screen over here. And when you talk about having to concentrate on things that are coming up on Disney Plus, things in The Mandalorian, things in the Obi-Wan series, things associated with the Book of Boba Fett. Last time I checked, Attack of the Clones is really not associated with The Mandalorian. Sure, there's going to be tie-ins galore. I understand that. You can tie into any movie. But my point is, they've already showed us over the last 3 weeks. It was literally just 3 weeks ago that we've got the DX25 Luke, which is killing it. It is neck and neck, and I will pull it up, with Moon Knight, which is the hot Marvel ticket at the moment. But we're seeing this time and time and time again. They put up a figure from 1980, Luke Skywalker. We thought maybe it was happenstance. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe it means something. This is a huge clue. Here comes Attack of the Clones. Here comes a two-pack C-3PO R2-D2. I'm speechless.
They gave us, in my opinion, I feel like this is the most, basic C-3PO, the most battle damage, the one that hasn't evolved yet. Which obviously, like I said before, it's from a specific movie, so it's fine. The reason why I think they're listening, and again, it's my opinion. Whether they are or not, I don't know. I'm just saying the reason why I think they are is because when we speak about C-3PO, what do we say? Hot Toys, give us a C-3PO. We never say from what specific movie. We just say, give us a C-3PO. So, in my opinion, what did they do? The one C-3PO that would make sense to them the most was this one because of the anniversary coming up, right? So, that makes sense to them. But we asked for a C-3PO. They gave us a C-3PO. We wanted a 2-pack. We got a 2-pack. You know what I mean? Again, doesn't mean that they are, but they're giving us things that we've been talking about for a long time. So,
look, I didn't even play an intro. I didn't even say that right now. I almost feel like it's an epic news event on CNN, an epic news event on C-SPAN, Fox News, CBS, whatever it is that you watch. Breaking news: Hot Toys is delivering for Star Wars the Hot Toys Wizard. His wizardry has come to pass and is coming to pass here. You are watching the Market Show live with Aries and Fabio here on a Monday evening. Welcome to you all. We will say hi, and I see all the super chats. We'll be getting into to them. But we're doing things a little bit different today because this is a special moment. This is a special moment. We don't have to wonder anymore on anything license-wise, Fabio, about C-3PO or any of that nonsense, really, to be honest with you, that we've been talking about. Disney is not the ABC company, out there in the backyard. They've got everything that they've got in a row. They spent $4 billion just to Lucas for Star Wars. That doesn't include all the money they spent on the movies, the amusement parks, all the other things that they got. There's no way in the world something of that magnitude, they don't got the rights to give to these companies to make everything. My goodness gracious, that puts that question to bed. Lane Kramer says here with the $2 drop, 66 cups of coffee for Fabs and Aries. Dead B room. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Oh my goodness gracious. Fabio, this has nothing to do with the Obi-Wan series, really. R2-D2 and C-3PO from Attack of the Clones, actually.
very random. If we were going to get a C-3PO, my guess would have never been that movie, ever. If anything, I would have expected, from A New Hope, and again, just because of the thought of getting the full figure. You know what I mean? What we're getting now, like I said earlier, it's C-3PO, but he hasn't evolved yet. He's not a full droid yet. That's why he's missing his entire midsection. You know what I mean? So that I would have waited for later on, me speaking as if I was Hot Toys, I would have waited for that later on. Why? Because I would have used that as an excuse to give us a battle damage figure. You know what I mean? Even though obviously we know that it's not a battle damage C-3PO, but he looks like he's been through war, So that's why I would have said, you know what? Let's give him A New Hope. There's C-3PO, 100% full, nothing missing. And then I would have went, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. But can't complain.
And with 94 in here already, wow. Please go ahead and smash that like button. You are watching the Market Show with Aries and Fabio. Seth says, with the $2 drop, and thank you, Seth. Like I said, Aries, this might pull me back in. And that's a very interesting thing because I got so many messages of joy, so many messages of, wow, Aries, you really said this was going to happen. I was giving up hope. I thought that they were never, ever going to put this out. And I said, stay the course. There was a clear and present danger for toy companies during The Last Jedi to invest a great deal in putting out Star Wars merchandise. There just was. It wasn't just Hot Toys. It was a vast array of companies. It started to go down the toilet. The Last Jedi was very divisive for so many reasons. Look at what happened to the Solo movie, which quite frankly is a very nice movie. It's a great Western Star Wars movie. It just was in a bad spot because of what happened with Rian Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, and The Last Jedi. So you can't discount that these figures were teased back then, Fabio. Then we had this thing, which I think we're all aware of, if we weren't aware of that, called COVID-19. And this is what I've been saying all along as to my point of view, that now with all the blue skies, and then hopefully getting to some blue skies here with COVID-19, you are going to start getting these figures from the crypt. You are going to start getting some of these figures that they tease, to your point, and also to your and my, both of our points. Star Wars is doing very, very well. It is doing better than Marvel, and Marvel's had 4 movies, and Star Wars doesn't even have a movie. They've done it with 2 shows.
Yeah, but you have to understand, though, we've never gotten Star Wars shows before, ever. You know what I mean? It's been movies only. So this is what's making it more attractive for fans, these shows. Again, I've said this plenty of times before because I feel like this is where they're going. Because of the fact that the sequels didn't do as well as the OT did, I feel like they're trying to rebuild. You know what I mean? They're and I'm not saying they're starting from scratch, because they're not, but what they're trying to do is they're building from the ground up to give us some type of, I'm not going to say new world, but something new, something different, something that they haven't explored before. So I think that's what's happening with these shows. Not only that, but they're creating hype with these shows as well, because what happens? What do we do constantly? Oh my God, what figures are coming from the show? That's our first thought. Oh, this show's coming. Can you imagine what's coming from that? So very smart in their part. Instead of, and I feel like they learned from their experiences with the sequels, because they could have easily just said, you know what, we gave them more. I mean, and I'm talking about specifically after Disney bought Star Wars. That's what I'm talking about. They needed to make money back. They got those movies out, 1, 2, 3. They didn't do as well. So I feel like they learned from that, and they said, you know what? Let's take our time with this now that it's ours. We made some money with those movies, fine. But let's do it our way, which is again why Filoni and Favreau get hired, because they liked what they were doing with Marvel. So they said, you know what? Do that for us as well here. Work for Marvel. Why wouldn't it work for Star Wars? And that's where we're headed.
Yeah, and we're heading that with consultation with George Lucas, and just also paying attention to fans' desires, which were sort of kind of drastically, especially The Last Jedi, neglected from that. So we're in a totally different world. 90 in here, smash the like button. You are watching the Market Show live, an epic moment for Hot Toys when it comes to Star Wars. My goodness, we finally got it. We finally got C-3PO, baby. Your Dark Jedi is beside himself. Fabio is beside himself, and addressing Seth. And look, we're going to say hi to you all. And I see the other super chats, but Seth said, like I said, Aries, this might pull me back in. Fabio, we talk about people coming into this hobby because of the Ahsoka Tano, because of the Rex, the Captain Rex, which was a huge impact. We talk about figures like that really attracted a lot of people in the collecting community, especially those from the toys community, to come in and say, wow, a premium toy Ahsoka Tano, wow, a premium toy Captain Rex. And then they did the same thing with the packaging. The 40th anniversary packaging with Empire Strikes Back, they wooed so many people into this hobby from the Hasbro realm, from the Gentle Giant realm, from those realms, from the Disney parks. Are you kidding me? With that Darth Vader, with that Boba Fett, and that vintage color Boba Fett, and that Lando Calrissian, and now coming up very, very soon, that Snowspeeder pilot Luke. How much does finally having a C-3PO going to pull people in, like Seth? He was getting out of it a little bit, focusing on the Clone Wars. Now he's saying, hey, I'm so excited about this. Take my money, baby.
Well, I mean, it all depends on the collector, pretty much. You know what I mean? People are going to be upset. People are going to be annoyed about things that Hot Toys does. For example, constant reissues with no new figures. So people get annoyed. People get, they get bored of the same thing. It could get, people could get to that level with Hot Toys. It's like, the same thing because I lived it. I've seen it. Same thing. Oh, another, a 2.0, another. So yeah, people get, like I said, people get bored. People get annoyed. So seeing something like Ahsoka, something like this, brings you back into the hobby, into the collecting, because it's something very exciting, something that a lot of people never thought would happen. So when you see something like that happening, then you're like, oh my God, nothing's impossible now. And that's why I feel like, you know what, when collectors who step away for a minute because of whatever reasons they have, absolutely this brings them back in because it's something new, something fresh, something different, something we've never gotten before. So absolutely this should bring everybody back in. But again, it's up to the collector at the end of the day.
Well, Ashley Chase with the $7.99 drop. Thank you so much for putting that in, Ash. 100 in here. Go ahead and smash that like button. And she says, Aries and Fabs, let's go, baby. And look, I'm having some trouble with some of the videos over here. Let's see if I could at least play. I don't know what it is because I had to update my software today. Let's see if I can at least fill up Grogu at table 5.
That was good. Now you're muted.
Oh,
there you go.
Did that work on your end, my friend?
Well, the video worked, yeah.
Hot Toys Wizard running wild. My goodness gracious. Yeah, Ashley, we are in full steam ahead over here. This is pretty darn awesome. Let's put this up from Jared. And my condolences, Jared, because I guess each their own. He's disappointed. Do you think this pushes Gold 3PO years into the future? No. I'm not sure. I see 3PO pre-orders running at the same time. Well, this is a good topic, and thank you so much for that, Jared. Always appreciate the support. The $5 drop with 100 in here. I'm so damn excited, Fabio, for this figure. I can't deny it. But look, one thing that we've been talking about with this, and it's worth bringing up, I was driving this home on the show that I had on Saturday, Live and Raw, that I brought up for months and months, and a lot of people were like, you're a little crazy. I said, just wait and see. You're going to have 3 to 5 Luke Skywalkers. And I'm not talking about deluxe or non-deluxe. You got 5 right now when you include all that. But just separate forms of Luke. You're going to have 3 to 5. Right now, you got Snowspeeder, you got Mando Luke, and now you got Bespin Luke. We know we're going to get a battle damage Bespin, and we're probably going to get the Hoth Luke and a different Luke. I've been calling 3 to 5, already 3. I've been saying, look, so now you got as many of him as you don't even have as many of him as Loki yet. And Luke is more popular than Loki. Let me just explain that to you all there. And Hot Toys is seeing that because of the sales for Luke Skywalker. And I'll bring that up in a moment. You're most certainly the greatest villain in history, Darth Vader. And I pointed this out on Saturday. You're going to have about 3 or 4 of those that are going to be coming up. C-3PO? I'm not sure. But certainly with C-3PO here, one of the things they did, and thank you so much there, Jared, much appreciated, is they felt that they gave us a beautiful, a very smart copy here. I think it's going to have, like the IG-11, die-cast parts. And there's so many versions of C-3PO. We got an Attack of the Clones one. Honestly, not the one I was expecting first. Right. You would think maybe Empire Strikes Back, maybe A New Hope, maybe even the Force Awakens one with the red arm because they teased it. Maybe Return of the Jedi. Maybe one from Rogue One. Maybe one from Revenge of the Sith. They could give you a C-3PO, honestly, from anything, Fabio. And now that they've done the mold, now we're going to get cremated with them. And they're not going to wait 5 years in between, which is why you're seeing multiple Lukes and you're going to see multiple Vaders. Star Wars is hot. They're not going to wait for Rian Johnson to come back to ruin it. They're going to make the money now.
Well, going back to Jared's point, so number one, I don't know if you could pull that up again, the super chat, but he's 100% entitled to be disappointed. if this is not the C-3PO he wanted or he likes, again, 100% free to feel how he feels. He doesn't have to like it at all by any means. Which is why I said what I said. If it was me, if I was Hot Toys, I would have released the gold one first because I feel like that's the most iconic one. And then use something like this one as a, battle damage exclusive special edition, blah blah blah. But again, his second point to the question about the years into the future. Yes and no, because think about this. How many years did it take for Hot Toys to make a C-3PO after acquiring the Star Wars license? Think about that. Okay, so that's number one. Number two.
Long time.
Exactly. So number two, look how long it took from the day that they acquired this license, till the announcement. Well, not even announcement, to the tease of C-3PO, right? Years. That's a lot of years, right? Now, how many C-3POs are there? At least 5, 6, 7, right? From pretty much every movie had one. They were a little, slightly different, but they were all, it was C-3PO. That was the whole point. So there's going to be more than one made. Absolutely. The thing is, how quickly are they going to make it? Well, this one took forever to make, and look what we're getting. We're not even getting the iconic one. And look what it took. 20 years of an anniversary to get. You know what I mean? So we don't know what the hell Hot Toys is thinking when it comes to releasing things like this. So yeah, so now we're like, okay, like Aries, you just mentioned, the mold is made. Correct. But it doesn't mean that just because the mold is made, they're just going to start giving us C-3POs back to back. They're still going to have to find reasons and excuses to release another C-3PO that makes sense to them. So, for example, again, 20th anniversary for this one. They can wait for another anniversary for the next one. You know what I mean? So it's just, in my opinion, it's whatever they see fit regarding that specific figure. But don't think that everything's coming just because the mold is made. Don't think everything's coming, within a year or so. We could still wait another 3 to 7 years for a second one.
Well, and especially if we get a bad director again, for sure. And that's very possible. 110 in here. Smash the like button. It's Aries and Fabio spilling our coffee over this incredible epic. And there's so many super chats, Fabio. I can't get to say hi to everybody yet, but I will. Pagetrick says, now I need an episode 2 Obi-Wan so I can pose it fighting my Django. Wow. Episode 2 Obi-Wan so I can pose it fighting my Django. Right now, I was warning everybody, Fabio, that I felt like there wasn't enough attention to Attack of the Clones Anniversary. And this was a point, it was kind of eerie when I put this show out live and raw on Saturday. And then we talked, like, people were saying, Aries, we were talking about it right when you went off the air. This freaking thing breaks. I actually had C-3PO and R2 on the batter. And I was talking about, hey, you've got May 4th week, which is right now. You've got Celebration, which they said they were going to show us some upcoming figures and some, announcements for sure. Never before seen. So it's not going to be this at Celebration. It's never before seen. But here's the thing we weren't talking about. May 16th is the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones. They come out and they give us this. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, the possibilities now, when you equate in Attack of the Clones Anniversary, May 4th, Obi-Wan series, Book of Boba Fett figures that haven't come out yet, Mandalorian figures that haven't come out yet, accompanying figures for the original trilogy. They just gave us Bespin Luke. Why? They just gave us this. I think we know why. Is there a pattern here? Is this the only figure, and I think I know what you're going to say, that we'll get from the Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary? No, because they said this is the first of a line for the Attack of the Clones anniversary. It's probably going to have special packaging. I can't wait to see it. It might be tonight. It might be sometime tomorrow. It might be the next day. It might be May 4th that they go ahead and show this as one of the figures. But now we have to start thinking about what Patrick said here with the $10 drop. What in the world could we get from Attack of the Clones? Forget about Book of Boba Fett. We know we're going to get Cad Bane. We know we're going to get Chris Stanton. We know we're going to get probably another Boba Fett, those type of figures. Okay, no surprise. Definitely want them, but no surprise. We know we're still going to get Mandalorian figures, and we're going to talk about that R2 in a little bit. But what are we going to get now from Attack of the Clones? Because it seemed like a crapshoot about Padme. It seemed like a crapshoot about what he's talking about here, Obi-Wan, and it seemed like a crapshoot, my friend, for something like this that I'm going to pull up on the screen, which I don't know if we're talking a whole lot about, but that is Anakin from Attack of the Clones with the little doodah down his, with the little long little ponytail, whatever the heck that's called there, the Padawan tail.
The Padawan pony.
They already teased this figure. Do you remember when they came out with the Bespin Leia and everyone's bitching? Where's her accompanying piece? Where's Bespin Han? You know they're going to do the same thing if they put her out, because really there's really only one figure that goes with her. Really. It's what we're looking at. The Attack of the Clones was a love story.
And don't forget also, specifically this super chat here. Look what he says. He needs an episode 2 Obi-Wan. What's the next show? What's the next Star Wars show coming? What do you think this line means for Obi-Wan?
Take a wild guess, baby.
There's a huge chance that we could get an Obi-Wan, episode 2 Obi-Wan, as homage to the fact that he's getting his own show. So to not spoil the show with whatever figures they're going to come out with, they're going to give us an Obi-Wan from episode 2. I could bet money on that.
And I will join you in that bet. Let me know who we're betting against, because the Hot Toys Wizard is going to be with us on this too. 122 Market Show Live with Aries and Fabio. Hit the like button, baby. Thank you so much. You know who's the main actors to this Obi-Wan series? Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are the stars. So with Hayden Christensen as a star and Ewan McGregor as a star, and both of them on set, if they're going to give us an Obi-Wan Attack of the Clones, you could bet your ass they're going to give us the Hayden Christensen one while they've got a hold of him. And I already had inside information, real inside information, from the lips of Hayden Christensen that there were 3 figures from Hot Toys in development. Could this be one of them, Fabio?
Absolutely. And like I said before, if this was Hot Toys' plan to announce these figures right before the Obi-Wan show, in my opinion, that is the smartest thing to do, because I could guarantee you that characters from episode 2 will be on the show. And like I said, not to spoil anything from the show, they will give us stuff from episode 2 until it's okay for them to announce things from the show, and it's going to go insane.
Thank you, Patrick, putting this up. I'll get to everybody's super chats. 126 watching. Please smash that like button. It is Aries and Fabio Market Show Live. And thank you so much, Kai since 93. He's so excited for these 2 characters. You know Mace is around the corner. Remember to hit the like button. This is Brother Cousins' other account. Come on there, Brother Cousins. Brother Cousins in the house. I read all through that and didn't know it was him until I got in there. Thank you so much there, Jay. Good to have Brother Cousins in the house. What a great content creator, great channel. We've had a lot of fun. He's had some epic wizard interruptions. The space pimp. Come on, baby. Let us know, man. I mean, he's like, I'm sure he's spilling his coffee all over this right now. And he talks about Mace Windu. And let's just talk about it, baby, because I want to bring this back up. But, dude, okay, we've talked about, Fabio, the right time to release Mace Windu. We've talked about, is it the right time? We've talked about, I've heard a lot of content creators like, can they concentrate on him while they're concentrating on the Mandalorian before he comes back into the picture? I think we've got the answer now. If they're giving us a C-3PO and R2 from Attack of the Clones, of all characters, although they are the backbone of Star Wars, I don't think there's ever a better time. If you're going to put out Attack of the Clones packaging, this is the dude to freaking have as one of the figures, Fabio. This is the time.
I think, specifically in that movie, there were a lot of Jedis in there that were shown.
Yes.
And I feel like if we're getting Jedis, this is the movie we're getting them from. So Kit Fisto, Mace, it's gonna, like I said, once that door is open, forget it, because we never even spoke. We always, like I said, we always wanted we wanted a C-3PO and an R2. Again, we were never specific about from where. We just said this is what we want. The fact that they opened the door to episode 2, it's a huge deal because there's a lot to come from that line.
Man, 120 in here. Let's smash the like button. Another super chat. I'm getting to you all. Welcome everybody who's in here. Let me know what table you're at. I will serve you up. Apparently the videos are working, but I don't see that they're working. I'll have to figure out what I did. But at least this stream is working. Jared says, you guys are nuts. Obviously, we get Owen and Baru. So there must have been some stuff in the chat, I guess, saying, are we going to get a Uncle Owen or Aunt Baru? I tell you what, whoever's saying we're going to get Uncle Owen or Aunt Baru, I don't think they're nuts, Fabio. I mean, they are in this show. I don't know. That's interesting. What do you think about Uncle Owen and Aunt Baru? I think anything's possible at this point.
That's exactly what I was going to say. At this point, anything's possible. Do not put it past Hot Toys to give us the most random, character, or just a character that that you want out of left field. So yeah, there's no is this coming now? I feel like at this point, just make your wish list because at some point they're coming.
116 in here. Ashley says, no more calling me a she or I riot. Who's calling her a she in there? I think we've already learned that Ashley Chase is a he. Come on. Unless Ashley is the Hot Toys wizard, is it possible that this clip will play?
They call him the wizard.
Did it play for you? It didn't play for me. The Hot Toys wizard.
Oh, it played.
It did.
Yep.
I'll have to time it the seconds in my head. It's going to be interesting when I play the outro, when I end the show, sometime after 3 o'clock in the morning after this celebration, when Fabio falls asleep right there, because in front of us, we'll hear him snoring on his cigar. No, I'm just kidding here. Man, oh man, what an epic day for sure. Let's say hi to everybody who's in here. 120 in here now. Hawk Wars is saying 113 in here. 56 likes. Let's go. Yeah, let's hit the like button, baby. Let's go. Let's smash it. Come on. Thank you. So good having Ray in here today. Come on, baby.
Thank you,
we've
Ray.
got Bloodsport. Ashley, are you the Hot Toys wizard? And I say, Ashley's joking. But he said the $14.99 Bob. So that's no joke. Thank you so much. MTX, joke. I need a 6th of spin shooting Vespa kid from Book of Boba Fett. We're not even talking Book of Boba Fett. We're not even talking Cad Bane because of this R2-D2 and C-3PO do. But I'm going to put this back up onto the screen, my friend. I mean, this is interesting right here. Talk to me, Fabio, about... Let's just talk about Padme. We were talking about Anakin. You were talking about Obi-Wan. Let's talk about this figure from the crypt. I really want to play that clip, but I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to time the seconds of it. But what do you think about this?
Well, again, now coming from that, from that announcement, from that tease, we've seen her before. We know Hot Toys made her. She's coming 100%.
That outfit, man.
That outfit. So, you know, now at this point, it's not are they coming, but when. You know what I mean? Like now, yeah, they'll make the announcement, but now how long until we get her? A year and a half? You know what I mean? So that's like the one thing that like kind of sucks with the whole thing, but she's 100% coming at this point. There is no reason why she shouldn't, specifically because of the fact that she's been teased before, you know, fully out. There is so much, like I said earlier, there's so much in that movie that would make us happy to get, period. Just literally, like so much.
And the essence of that movie is a love story in a way. It sets up why Anakin had kids.
Exactly. So the meaning of that whole movie alone gives us the fact that these two are coming. And they have to. If they showed her, he has to be there as well. Just as obviously the main characters of that movie, which is what usually Hot Toys gives us. But her being a female that was already teased years ago, 100%.
Let's play a game here with 120 in here. Let's smash the like button. Market Show Live, Aries and Fabio. An epic day. Didn't even play the intro. It's like one of those CNN, Fox News, C-SPAN news alerts. Epic, historic day here on Planet Tatooine. We are getting a C-3PO, baby, from Hot Toys for Star Wars, and in a damn two-pack with R2-D2. Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm a little too subdued, but I feel like a tidal wave came from some chocolate cocoa coffee planet and just hit me, baby. And I had my boogie board, and I just finished riding it, and I'm kind of winded, and I kind of choked it out. I cannot believe what just happened. And wow, my goodness. Let's play a game, Fabio. And everybody in the chat, you're welcome to participate. Now that we know that we are going to get 20th anniversary Attack of the Clones Hot Toys Heat, because they said we're going to have a line of it. What figures do you think we're going to get? Let's play this game because I think it'd be interesting. To me, this is obvious. I'm making a call right now. They already had the Padme done. We're going to get Padme, and they're already working with Hayden Christensen. I had inside information. He was working on other figures. I say we get these both. Let's think about Attack of the Clones a little bit, Fabio. Do you have any off the top of your head? I'm going to show you stuff within the secondary market, and I think that there may be some 2.0s or reissues coming. But besides these two, which we both agree on, what do you think is coming? And we'll also go to the chat as well, what they think is coming for Attack of the Clones.
Kit Fisto, 100%. Again, that's another one that he was teased. He was fully made. We saw the entire figure. Looks amazing. If these are coming from that movie, 99.9% chance that that's another possibility as well. Because again, he's fully made. He's been shown. There's no reason why we wouldn't get him. Absolutely.
So you're calling Kit Fisto, and while I go ahead and pull Kit Fisto up onto the screen, what are some of the other ones that you are all calling in the chat? Obviously, they're going to be releasing figures from putting out figures, announcing figures for Attack of the Clones. What exactly do you think we are going to get from there? Fabio and I are calling Padme, the one that they already teased. We're calling Anakin, which makes complete sense to me. He's calling Kit Fisto, and I'm pulling Kit onto the screen. I agree with Fabio. I think that this will come now. Let me pull this up on here.
And remember also, it's easy. There you go. Look at that thing. It's beautiful. It's easier.
Man.
It's easier for. I'm not gonna say it's easier. It's more. What's the word I'm trying to look for? It's more understandable for you to think something that was already teased would be released rather than something that's not. So, for example, a Mace Windu has never been teased, right? Ever. Not even like a little bit. Not even like a roll, not even like the lightsaber, nothing. Right? That does not mean though that he's not coming at all. That does not mean that. But the fact that Kit Fisto was already was already teased years ago, why would we not assume that he's next on the list? You know what I mean? So because we've seen it already, there's a high possibility that it'll be made over something that wasn't teased. But it does not mean that it's not coming because it wasn't teased. If you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I understand. And how surprised would you be, Fabs, if on May 4th this was one of the announcements that goes right on pre-order?
Exciting as hell.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
But not shocked at this point, are you? You're excited, but you're not shocked.
Yeah, no. I would not be shocked. Again, the fact that they opened up the doors to this line was what did it for me, because I know that now anything from that line is not shocking. It's just, when are we getting it? What would have been shocking was if there was no announcement for C-3PO and R2, and then all of a sudden we got the tease that Kit Fisto's coming. That would have been more shocking. But now that we know that the movie line is wide open, there's nothing shocking about anything being released from that movie. In fact, it'll actually be, the reason why to me it's exciting is because we've already seen them. You know what I mean? We've seen them displayed by Hot Toys. So now it's like, oh my God, now we're actually going to get them in hand. So that's what makes it exciting. But I'm not shocked about anything coming from this line whatsoever.
No, neither am I. 121 in here. Welcome to Market Show Live. So glad to have you with us on this epic, historic time for Star Wars from Hot Toys and for Star Wars as well. And I think we're going to get blown away just from Disney and what they're going to be doing and announcing on May 4th, besides Hot Toys, what we're going to hear at Celebration from Disney on what's coming up for future Star Wars content on Disney Plus, in the movie theater, things in the work, perhaps some retcons, some extended cuts on movies. It's going to be such an exciting time. And we're playing a game right now. We're going to get into if the C-3PO is die-cast. We're going to get into what we think of the C-3PO itself with the wear that it has. We're going to get into the wear and tear on the R2 as well from this line. Let me know what you think. If you think the C-3PO does have die-cast parts like the IG-11, Fabio and I do have thoughts on that. We're going to break it down for you right here tonight, right here at the Market Show Live. We're also going to show you some stuff within the secondary market from Attack of the Clones, including Count Dooku, including Yoda, that may open your eyes as to some things that they may do with this line, like they did with the 40th anniversary for Empire Strikes Back. So we're going to get into that. Right now, we're talking about what figures do we think they could come out with from Attack of the Clones. Right now, we've talked about Padme. We've talked about Anakin. We've talked about Kit Fisto. 808 Michigan Jedi says, Mace Windu is very much in demand. You know, I can go ahead and pull Mace Windu up again because I think we're going to pull him up several times tonight here. But I agree with him. This is his call. And we've been talking about when's the right time to release this guy. He was very pivotal, obviously, instrumental in Attack of the Clones and in that whole ending combat war scene. You got to put this out with this line, Fabio. You got to have it.
Absolutely. And one thing I was going to say, Dante mentioned that, you know, there's a possibility that the Count Dooku may get reissued. You know, yes, he was in the movie. Yes, he was already released. Do I think he's going to be reissued? I don't think so. At least not anytime soon. If they do reissue him, in my opinion, it'll be very limited. Because nobody wanted them when they came out. When he came out, they took, you know, they were there, I feel like forever until he sold out that, you know, he became popular. But never put it past Hot Toys, you know, not to, because if it makes some money, believe me, they'll reissue him.
Well, we're going to be doing a giveaway, and Hawk Wars Toys is going to be sponsoring the giveaway this Saturday. This Saturday is the last day for May 4th week, and you absolutely want to tune in to the my show on Saturday at 6 p.m. It'll be an absolute special show. We're going to be giving a giveaway. You have to be subscribed to be in the giveaway, celebrating here the month of May for Star Wars. Really, that's the reason for it. Fabio, I want to pick your brain a little bit about this Dooku. We're going to go to the market chart and see. We're talking about this R2, but we're bringing in Attack of the Clones pieces to tie into the C-3PO and R2-D2. 525 this sold for, not including $23.90 in shipping, not including taxes. Holy moly, this has went over the $500 mark in the secondary market, average wise. Fabio.
Well, before you continue, I don't know if you know this page here. I think it has a virus, so please get rid of it. No, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked again because I mean, it's common sense, but the reason I'm not shocked is because we know that when Hot Toys sell, they blow up. And Star Wars specifically at this moment, it's so popular since the Mandalorian show started. Not it's so popular, it's even more popular since the Mandalorian show started, that, you know, to come out with these figures, if I was, again, and this is why I speak, Dante's, gave me a little hard time because he's like, why do you talk like you know what's coming? Because if I'm going to speculate, I'm going to put myself in the shoes of the company. So if I were the owner and if I were to release a product, I'm going to speak about it as if it was me. I know nothing about Hot Toys. I don't think, anybody thinks that I know anything about Hot Toys, but the way I speak that way for that reason, because I put myself in the shoes of, if this was my company, what would I do?
Exactly. So, yeah, no, it's fun.
No, that's what I'm saying. So for people who think like, why does he talk like that? Why does he say things like that? That's why.
Look here, baby. So it didn't hit 500 yet, but it's on the way. It is rising and trending up. So you just saw it sold for 525. I'm seeing it sell well into the 500s over and over and over again. Dooku, $482 now, trending up, Fabio. Wow. In the biggest mover section this week, $18 away. We're talking about this epic Attack of the Clones announcement. Tease, really. We're waiting for the announcement. R2-D2 and C-3PO. The possibility, I think, of them doing what they did in the Empire Strikes Back 40th line, putting in that Vader, which was selling similar, a little higher than that, but similar. And the same thing with the Boba Fett Deluxe. I wouldn't put it past them for doing that. I think actually, you talk to me about how much the Django could affect. It's 482 now. I just pulled it up. How much could the Django affect Count Dooku? Because people are going to want Dooku even more when Django comes out.
And it happens. We talk about this all the time. The moment a figure is sold out, we talk about this with Vader. We talk about this with, Boba. We talk about this with pretty much all the figures. The moment a figure is sold out, right, and there's no more hype about it, anytime that there's a follow-up figure of that same line, whether it's months later, weeks later, years later, it wakes that line back up and it creates demand for figures of that line as well. So absolutely, it's going to create, again, hype again on Dooku, because people who missed it, they're going to be like, oh man, this is going to be a cool pair. Let me go back and, you know what I mean?
Well, he's selling for like 500 now. So like, if you think about it, when that Django comes out, people are going to be pumped up about this. Are they going to let Hot Toys, are they going to let this get the Dark Side Anakin status, or are they going to do like with the Vader and the Boba Fett and the Attack of the Clones Yoda and say, frack it, we're going to put it in the packaging, put it out. We got the mold.
Could they do it? Absolutely. Do I think it would be, smart for them?
It's smart for them.
But Dooku is still too soon. You know what I mean? I feel like he's too soon.
I feel like it is soon.
Right. So that's why I don't think so. I mean, again, I don't put anything past Hot Toys, to do or not to do. But me personally, I think it's way too soon. Like I said earlier, it took a while for them to sell out. But believe me when I tell you, if it makes some money and they think, you know what, we could deal with it, let's put it out there. They're not losing any money. People will buy, depending on how many pieces they make. That's their problem. But you bring out Django, you better believe people are going to want Dooku as well.
All right, so we're playing this game. What could they be coming out now that we know they're going to be doing an Attack of the Clones special line? Will they have special packaging? Let me know what figures you think. We've talked about Dooku. We've talked about Padme. We've talked about Anakin. We've talked about Obi-Wan and Kit Fisto. We're getting to some other ones here. Pop Culture Living Room says Mace and Padme are going to be announced. We can go with that too. Carlito says, after Bespin Luke, the entire coming soon graveyard is on the table. I draw the line at the Jedi Starfighter. LOL. Let's continue to go down. Seth puts in here, well, that wasn't to me putting in there how long it took for Lando to come out, generally, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Absolutely. Jared says, trying to get to these comments, Padme, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Windu. I think we all talked about those, and he's right in line with us. I totally believe the Obi-Wan was the first one you said. A lot of Mace in here. Kit Fisto, Clone Trooper Phase 1 Battle Droids. Let's talk about the Clone Trooper Phase 1. Dude, how can they not put out the Clone Trooper Phase 1? That's they're gonna do. Does it have? I guess it would be in the line, right? They don't. If they're gonna have special packaging, do you think they'll have special packaging
for this line?
We don't know. We don't know if they will, right?
Well. So the way I would think of it is this: so they had 40th anniversary. What?
They have a logo. Like here's a logo.
Mm-hmm. So absolutely, we're getting special packaging because look at what it says: 20 years. So that's a special edition. You know what I mean? This is something specific. This is a celebration piece, right? So 100%, just like we got the 40th anniversary Darth, 40th Boba, we're getting special packages for this. Well, 100%.
I tend to agree with you. Starkiller says, breaking news, 20th anniversary Attack of the Clones C-3PO and R2-D2. That's wizard, baby. That is wizardry. How long have I been discussing the possibility, not only that C-3PO is coming, but very real, that they should have put out already, not only C-3PO, but a two-pack, perhaps the most epic two-pack that you could put out, with all respect to Han and Chewie, and with all respect to Tarkin and Vader, and all respect to Leia and Wicket, and all respect to Boba Fett and Boba Fett ride like a bantha. C-3PO and R2-D2, baby. That's like Shaggy and Scooby. We absolutely need it. Let's continue to go down. MT X is in the house. Welcome in here. Mace Windu is pretty much a short thing. If you get a Qui-Gon, Mace gonna happen. Was in episode 2 and 3. Yeah, no, absolutely. General Grievous. I know that that's not Attack of the Clones, but talked about there. Just because we're talking Attack of the Clones, just because we're talking about this, Fabio and I are not suggesting we're not going to get Obi-Wan series stuff. We're not suggesting we're not going to get any more OT.
Yeah, like
they just gave us
This is not like the end of anything. Like this is just the beginning of more. Yeah.
Yeah. We may get General Grievous. They're kind of on a roll right now. They just went from to original trilogy to prequel in 21 freaking days, Fabio. And this is an interesting thing to talk about. Not one Mandalorian release announcement, not one Book of Boba Fett. It's all fine. Legacy the last 3 weeks.
It's fine. Perfectly fine. I feel like, again, and this is why I feel like they're listening, because a lot of people are asking for the, like I personally know for a fact that every time I speak Star Wars on any stream, we're asking for stuff. And it feels like they're giving us the stuff that we're constantly asking for. Yeah, it may not feel like we're getting them immediately, obviously. But this is why I think, they're listening. They're listening. And to me, the fact that they're listening is very, very important, because that shows that, and again, this is just my own opinion. I don't know if this has to do with the whole Queen Studios thing. I don't know, because I feel like lately Hot Toys has been a little, not much, but a little bit more transparent with us. So I don't know.
No, it could be a combination of things. And, one of the very interesting things about it is it could be some of that, like you said, with the Queen Studios. It could also be part of it, could just be how much of it is really coming out of these dark times with Star Wars, and how much of it is seeing how that Bespin Luke is selling. A figure from 1980 that is just killing it right now, with the prime show that's being advertised week after week from something that's passe from the past, not when it comes to Star Wars, baby. And they're like, shoot, if they're going to be buying this, what the heck? It's really, really interesting. Pedro says, I think we get shiny clone troopers. Can you see a 2-pack, Fabio? You can address what I was saying there, but also I feel like a clone 2-pack. We've gotten so many OT 2-packs with troopers.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say we've gotten them before, so it's not like it would be a shocker. It would be cool. It would make it more special. It would make them more money. And so, absolutely. And the Phase 1 troopers are very, very simple figures to make. They're making those by the thousand. So to give us a 2-pack of those, would be better on their end as well, because they're getting rid of more that much quicker. You know what I mean? And making more money at the same time. So it'd be good.
And Hawkwars Equin, we were just talking about Mace is a must. Don't be surprised on a reissue of Dooku. Secondary market prices are too high. They are very high for him. It could also be in the 40th packaging, Fabio, and be like you said, the 20th packaging, excuse me. Just because it's in that packaging doesn't mean it couldn't be an exclusive. Correct. And have more of a limited run, to your point. Can you see that?
No, because number one, they're big deal characters, so they're definitely not limiting that. They're going to make, specifically because of the fact that, they've made R2 plenty, or even at least, twice. But the C3 never been made. I don't think they're limiting that at all. I think they want to capitalize on that and make as much money as possible. There is no way that they're limiting this to, a low number. I'm not.
And no way that they're limiting this to just C-3PO and R2. As epic as it is, they're going to have it in the special packaging that you're calling, and I kind of agree with you. That means that there's going to be a package that fits two figures, because R2 isn't tall, but he is wide and needs a package. So easy to put in clone troopers, easy to put in something like Dooku. Even Dooku with a 2-pack was, so I don't know who it would be with. Right. You could actually put, because of what was the most epic thing? One of the most epic things about Attack of the Clones was Yoda in that lightsaber duel with Count Dooku, with with Christopher Lee. Yep. That would be a pretty cool epic 2-pack if they had him in there, maybe a little bit extra, maybe 2.0s. The Yoda is approaching the $400 tier range. I could show you stuff in a bit.
Figure is this big.
It's that big. It was selling like $199, and it's approaching $400. It's going exactly the way I thought, and I've been analyzing the way it was going to go. Yep. That it would be higher. Could they reissue that for a third time? Because there's going to be more demand now for Yoda.
They can reissue that, easily, and again, make their money. No brainer for them. But one thing I was gonna go back to the C-3PO and R2. Where are we getting? I don't know where this came from. I don't know if you know, because I don't know. Where are we definite that we're getting a 2-pack, or is it just from this picture that we're assuming? The reason I'm asking is because of this. So if we were to get a special packaging, right, we don't necessarily need to have a 2-pack, in my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? So if this is a special, celebration figure release or announcement, whatever, why are we assuming that it's a double pack? We don't know. We would hope that it would be a 2-pack. Either way, I'm getting it. The reason I feel like it would be better as a 2-pack is because of their relationship and their dynamic and their relationship in the movie. So it would make sense in that way. But in general, if they're going to give us a special packaging for these releases, I think it's going to be a single pack each, even though we're seeing in the picture that it's a double pack, that it's they're both together, not it's a double pack. They're both together. But I feel like at the end
The
of the
majority of the others, yeah.
they're going to be separate, even though we're seeing them together. I don't know why I feel this way, but I have a feeling that's how it's coming.
It's possible.
Because if we're getting, again, that fancy packaging, that different packaging for these figures, they're not only using them, like we know, they didn't use them for one figure. They used them for multiple figures. Lando, Vader, Boba.
Well, hold on. Well, hold on, baby. You're bringing up a really good point because there is some mystery to this until it comes out. I think it's a 2-pack. But
Okay.
one thing, you're bringing up a good point. It could be a separate.
And
remember how they gave us the Boba Fett 2-pack? They gave us one that was available by himself. Now think about this. We can't say it won't happen, anybody in the chat, because it's already happened before. So under that view, could you actually get this in a 2-pack, but be able to get either R2 or 3PO as a single, but not get the other? What say you, Fabio?
So yes, so it'll make more sense for them to. So for example, I think what's his name, Jared just said, I hope it's a single pack because I need another 2 or 3 R2s. I guess he meant he doesn't need.
I'm so behind on the chat, so I'm still trying to get to everybody at Man of Hot, but let's see. Who said that, Jared?
Jared, yeah. So my point is this. They could easily give us a 2-pack, absolutely, as a special edition exclusive. So you'll get C-3PO, and then you get the R2 if you want it. Or they could sell you R2 separately, C-3PO separately.
Or,
I feel like they could give us the option of a combination pack if we feel like it, which would be cool.
I actually feel it's going to be real interesting when they come out with it. Let's flash through some of these comments. As you said, we just put Jared's up in there. Nick actually puts in here, Nick Carmen, welcome in the house. What if this is all we get from Attack of the Clones? Because sometimes Hot Toys likes to be Hot Toys. What else could we get? So he's calling. We're talking about all the possibilities that we're talking about. Could this be it? I think it's possible that he is onto something that could be, but I think because they said that they're going to have a line with this announcement, I think that they'll probably come out with more the way that they worded it, but it's an interesting comment. You never know.
What is it? No. Even though, we know,
they pretty much said they're going to come out with a line with it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we're getting so much stuff, man. We all know Hot Toys will do whatever they want. So this is why we can never figure out what's next. We can never figure out, what's their next line, what's their next tease, release, announcement. And I've said this before, I feel like they do this on purpose. But just this picture alone opens the door for so much stuff. And I don't think this is all we're getting at all. I think there's so much. And look, like I was telling you before, if you scroll up, look at the logo. Look at the trooper that's on the logo.
Oh, come on.
So,
who else? I mean, come on, baby.
Who else has that helmet?
Come on.
Doesn't Kree has that helmet?
Come on. Well, that's the Attack of the Clones phase.
One, but that's what I'm saying. Doesn't Kree have that? Kree have the, what do you call it? The that type of helmet too? Phase 3. I don't remember.
No, I don't. I think it's no. It's not this one. No,
it's not this
later.
One. So,
yeah, no.
But what? So that's a tease right there of what's coming as well, trooper wise. So it's not just C-3PO. I don't think so at all.
Anakin's twin puts in, we're playing a game over here. What can they be coming out with for Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary? I don't know if someone's calling Zam Wesell, and that's the bounty hunter from the beginning of the movie. Now, there is a big craze for bounty hunters, obviously, because of the Mandalorian and Boba Fett recently. I would love a freaking Zam Wesell, dude. I don't know, Fabio. I mean, she was great in the beginning of this movie, this bounty hunter. I think she, put the spider there on, the bed and all that type of thing. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't shock me with this. I mean, that would be a shocker. That would be a shocker. But some of these over here, we might get a 2.0 Yoda. So would they do a Zam Wesell or a 2.0 Yoda? In other words, mean not reissue that one, but give us something different?
That's a better possibility. A 2.0 Yoda, absolutely. Than a reissue, 100%. Because, like I said, I feel like Hot Toys is listening to us in the sense of we're sick of these reissues. So how they're getting around it is, all right, you don't want reissues, we'll give you a 2.0. And I'd rather a 2.0 over a reissue any day, because we're not only are we getting, the same figure, but we're getting different accessories that we didn't get with the first figure. So I don't mind that one bit. They could give us 2.0s for the rest of time, and I'll be fine. Because, again, we're not getting the same exact figure over and over and over. So that's fine.
Yeah, and Max's Geekdom puts in 6-scale Cantina. Now do you think Darth Tyrannus might be coming? I must be going crazy, but I count Dooku as Darth Tyrannus, I believe. Unless you're talking about a different version. I believe they're the same, Max's Geekdom. But Max, correct me. I could be losing my mind because I got hit with a tidal wave of joy, of excitement, with this most epic tease in historic time for Hot Toys, for Star Wars, and for Star Wars in general. Wow, we are in official. We have went to plaid here in the 6-scale world. All bets are on. They could release Zam Wesell with Jango Fett. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people call it Zam Wesell in here, Fabio. I mean,
she would be great. Can't get enough of the what do you call it? The hunters, the bounty hunters. But in my opinion, she would be out of left field. You know what I mean? It would be cool. We need more females. I feel like they don't make enough females. She would go great on a shelf. She would, I could guarantee you they would knock her out of the park. But in my opinion, I think she would be out of left field a little bit.
Yeah, 1-6 Commander Fox. Oh, the clones are coming, baby. I mean, the clones are coming. My goodness gracious. Mario El Profesoro is in the house saying, kind of hard to say if they'll do 20th anniversary packaging, considering they did nothing for the 40th anniversary of Star Wars except for a logo for the advertising. But I think eventually, Mario, unless I'm misreading you here, they did do the 40th anniversary packaging. And I think the way that they're advertising this, it comes across like they are. It's going to be interesting to see, but I think I get your point. Fabio, any comments on that?
No, I like same thing with you. I don't understand the comment, but they did make Boba Fett with the 40th box, which was not a typical Hot Toys box. They made Darth Vader with that box. They made Lando with that box. So it wasn't the typical Hot Toys, regular packaging. But I don't know what he means by that. So I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe Mario, you're talking about like in the onset, it took a little bit. Yeah, maybe. So who knows? I'm putting this up from 808. Good to have Mario in here. Well, all I got to say, come Wednesday morning, we are not only spilling coffee, turning over Maxwell coffee trucks, Maxwell House, good to the last damn drop. Are you kidding me? Putting this up from Barrett with the $6.99 drop. There are already pics of it on display in China. There are 2 separate name cards besides each figure, looking like single releases. Well, so we'll have to see. But I think that they've come out with 2 packs though, where they have 2 bases.
Right.
So I don't think that that's just because they have their own separate base that I mean, I don't think we're talking about like BB-8 and Ray here, where BB-8's got to be on like a sand base. I mean, I would think that it's possible. We'll have to see. Or maybe, like you said, Fabio, they give us a 2-pack and the option for either one or the other or both.
Right.
Single. I don't know.
I would, to me, I feel like the best way, because not everybody needs a double pack.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody needs, both of them. A lot of people have R2 already, which is fine. Same thing that they're doing with Nightmare Batman and the Black Superman. They already made the Nightmare Batman, but not everybody has a Black Superman. So they're forcing people to buy the 2-pack, whether you want either one or not. They could do that with these two as well. But in my opinion, it would be smarter if they want to do that. Give us the 3 options. Give us C-3PO separately, R2 separately, and then if you really need to give us like a combination pack as some type of exclusive or special edition, that would be great as well. I would never complain about something like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And thank you so much for the super chat there, Barrett. Much appreciated. And El Profesoro puts in, this makes sense. The 40th was for Empire. I was referring to the New Hope 40th anniversary packaging, which is right. They didn't. With the New Hope. I think the Tarkin Invader 2-pack was labeled 40th, but no special packaging. We'll see. No, it's a good point. It could go that way, but I think because they saw how much money they made with that packaging, if it's available for Disney to do the special, I think that they would do the special packaging only because that they learned how much they made with this 40th, and the 40th anniversary packaging is just selling like crazy in the secondary market. But it could go this way too. It's another good point, just like your point, Fabio, where we don't really know if this is a 2-pack. Is it, or is it not, or is there something else with it? It's interesting, isn't it?
Yep. And another thing is, when that 40th anniversary packaging was shown, it was a big deal because, it was the first time that Hot Toys had made some, packaging that looked like that, number one. And a lot of people were ready to display, were saying that they were going to display the figure in the box because it looked like an actual toy. So because they had that big window on it, they're like, oh, you know what? when I get the figure, I'm just going to display it in the box. So knowing that the reaction that they got just from the packaging alone from the community, I feel like they're going to continue with that.
Yep. We're definitely going to see. Anakin's Twid says, at 6 Scale Cantina, would you be interested in a Jar Jar? And I don't think I've done this today, Fabio, but let me go ahead and do this to quench everyone's thirst. Since I've been having some video replay problems. And I say, yes. Are you kidding me? We've teased about a lot of this stuff, Fabio, for quite a bit. About like, oh yeah, C-3PO, it never happened before. I'm losing faith. It's never going to happen. We're never going to get it, right? And I get it because you kind of like, it was very dark times, COVID. What the hell are they doing? How do you call this a collectible line? You don't even have C-3PO, but you've had R2 twice already. Well, what's going on? I think that they were just waiting for the right moment for Howard to say, you know what? We're going to make money off this crap. We're going to make a lot of money. And it doesn't matter how it's selling in Asia because we've got the rest of the world that we are distributing to. You look at eBay, you look at what's going on in the UK and the United States alone. They're making a ton of money. We want a little piece of that action. You want a Jar Jar? You're going to buy? I'll sell 10,000 of them. Guess what? I'll put an announcement out if you're going to buy it. And I think that's exactly what we're seeing here. And probably what we're going to see with C-3PO. Here's what people don't understand. If this C-3PO sells really well, it really didn't take them very long after Hoth Leia to put out Bespin Leia. And then it really didn't take them much long after Hoth Leia and Bespin Leia to put out Endor Leia. And it's so on and so forth. They will do these, not one right after the other. There's certain characters they will. Darth Vader, they're going to put a lot out. I'm calling that. Luke, they already, there's 3 out. Luke is hot. I'm going to pull that up exactly where Luke is. all three of the Lukes are, it's like Batman right now. It's insane.
Yep.
Because Luke is back because they did Luke justice. But I think a Jar Jar is not off the table. If they can make a Venomized Groot and it sells, they can make a Jar Jar Binks that'll sell just as good as Venomized Groot.
Absolutely. And Hot Toys, making Venom, making Carnage, these figures with these new bodies, these new styles, they're capable of doing all this stuff. No problem. I feel like maybe they didn't have, enough reason to just give us that. But again, now that this is wide open for episode 2, I feel like anything's game now.
Yeah, Carlito puts in the recent Dark Knight releases set 2 standards for releases moving forward. Branding. Yeah, branding's very important. And that's why I think they're going to go with this 20th packaging. Everything in that line was rebranded Dark Knight Trilogy, and all the releases are 2.0s, even to Tumblr. Look, if they do get wind that this 40th anniversary packaging is money, I will tell you right now, here's an interesting thing, Fabio. When you look at the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader compared to the Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader in the 40th packaging, the 40th packaging is killing that one. However, the one that is not in the packaging is now going high, selling $400, but that one in the packaging is skyrocketing over $500. So the packaging is very desirable for many reasons. They're both going up. There's no stopping it. They could put it in a bag of dog poop bag, and the Darth Vader is going to sell. Like you said last week, Darth Vader. You can't go wrong with Darth Vader. No one's going to look at Darth Vader and say, that sucks, a pass. No.
And remember too, though, I'm assuming that the reason why the 40th anniversary is selling is because it's obviously the newer figure. The regular packaging Vader.
That's true too.
So the regular packaging Vader came out first, then the 40th, right? So obviously everybody wants the new. But if you're saying that the other one's coming up, it's probably because people are like, you know what? Forget the cool packaging. Let me just get the figure, period. So I think that's why they're just buying the regular figure at this point, because they're like, you know what? I really don't care for this packaging. So I think that's where the first one might be going up as well.
I think we can legitimately talk about, with 125 in here, did you smash the like button, baby? Go ahead, take a pause, hit the like button here, 6scalecantina.com. And if you're not subscribed to 6scale Cantina, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. We're going to be giving away a Star Wars hot toy here coming up later this Saturday. You don't want to miss that. In order to be eligible, you do have to go ahead and be subscribed to the channel. But listen, the Thor 29. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just want to give them a quick announcement to the guys. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give this free giveaway.
Hold on. Wait, let me blow it up. Hold on. I'm going to hit the effect. Dude, I'm all in. Come on. You heard it right here at 6scale Cantina.
No. I'm just kidding.
All right, so they want to talk about, and here's the thing. Remember when we would talk about, and it seemed, because it was almost like despair, are we going to get Bespin Luke? Are we going to get Bespin Han? Are we going to get C-3PO? And I still even remember, and I remember this just 3 weeks ago, we were all spilling our coffee over the Bespin Luke. We were spilling our coffee all over this DX25. And a lot of people were saying, and rightfully so, I still have no faith for ever getting a C-3PO. And probably Howard figured that out too and said, you know what? Let's go ahead and get the 2 figures which you're all bitching about out of the way.
Literally.
Here's Luke. And then 3 weeks later, literally, here's the tease for C-3PO. Now what you gonna do? So now let's talk about Bespin Han. Do we need to strike that down as well? Is that never going to happen now? I'm telling you that's happening. I already heard from the Hot Toys Wizard on Bespin Han. Bespin Han is coming for sure. So's Endor Han, by the way. Don't talk to me about Hoff Hod because you're going to get Hoff Luke. You put the two together, but I think we could talk about this, dude. I mean, they could have easily, Fabio. Here's my point. They could have done anything on April 13th, 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago from this day. Why didn't they put this Attack of the Clones out tease that day? Why didn't they do a Mandalorian figure that day? Why did they do Luke, which has nothing to do with Attack of the Clones? A Bespin Luke. Why? So maybe now we could talk about Bespin Han in real reality, my friend. What do you think?
Well, man,
it's
I feel like it's been long. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
Since the original one came out, with Chewie. I feel like it's been long enough to where at this moment they could give us a 2.0 just like they did Luke, and it'll sell great. The thing is, I don't know if they'll come out with that so soon or announce it so soon. Is it coming? Absolutely.
Howard, are you listening? Because please, we're talking about this. We feel like he's listening to us, and then he's like, "Aha!"
So that's my thing. I feel like, is it coming? Absolutely. When?
Yeah,
that's the thing, because to get an announcement of a Luke and a Han, specifically a Bespin Luke, a Bespin Han, back to back like that. I don't know, man.
Well, okay, all right. So let's play this game. We already played the game Attack of the Clones. What could they be coming out with that? And it's Popsick saying, "I'm making 5 burner accounts to win Fab's giveaway." Hopefully, he doesn't block those accounts too.
Somebody just gave me, Carlito gave me an idea to autograph it, so you'll have my autograph in the back.
That's hilarious. Thank you so much there. It's Popsick with the $5 drop. Let's play a game. What could top this on May 4th? Come on now. Is there really any other? We already got Bespin Luke. So I think the answer would be, if we didn't get the Bespin Luke 3 weeks ago from today, a lot of people would say Bespin Luke could top this. Okay, I could agree with that. But really, those are two of the figures we've been talking about for a long time. Bespin Luke, C-3PO. The other thing is a C-3PO R2 2-pack. We wanted that. Why didn't they do that 2-pack? Whatever. Regardless, we're getting C-3PO. Nonetheless, they're showing it here. And thank you, Popsick, for that super chat. What could top C-3PO? The figure we were like, what the frack? What could top that on May 4th, Fabio? And will they top that on May 4th?
I hope so. I hope they top it, because this wasn't even... I would have been super shocked if this was announced May 4th. I would have been like... I would have been happy about it. I would have been like, oh my God, this is great. The fact that they did this earlier, it only means that there's more fire coming. That's all that means.
I thought it was a good point that prior to this being teased, that why did they put out the Bespin Luke on April 13th? Because it's possible, the way that they acted last year, that there's no rhyme or reason to this. I mean, you have to put that into consideration, because Sideshow stole the show. I could tell you right now this year, Sideshow's not stealing the show. Nobody's stealing the show with Bespin Luke that just came out 3 weeks ago and the C-3PO right now. It's just not happening. There's not a character for Star Wars that they're going to put out that's going to top this. How can a Hot Toys... It almost seems like I was like, well, why the hell didn't they wait just freaking 23 days? 23 days. 23 damn days to just put out Luke, because there's no other character that you could put out perhaps better than Luke on May 4th. But then they did C-3PO. Like, no, we're not giving this to you on May 4th either. So it's making me wonder, what would you call that could top this, Fabio? I know that one person's putting in here, Huff Han with Tauntaun. Yeah, that would top it.
I would. For me, it's out of left field. Nothing that I'm expecting or anything like that. But Something that I would really, really like would probably be. See, because my thing now is they're opening up the doors for this line. So we could get something from the OT. We could get something from, from
Jabba the Hutt.
from no, 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 no. I don't think so. I mean, and it's tricky now because again, these figures would have been an amazing announcements for May 4th. The problem is there's got to be more stuff coming. 100%.
Well, Kevin Collectible says long shot, young Boba Fett and Taun. Two-pack Taun. We were talking about that. Okay. Or Vader, Anakin in medical pod. Boy, that would be pretty freaking anything Vader. It's hard to say Vader is not a good May 4th release, honestly.
I was gonna say a battle damage Vader, but I didn't, because it would be like a out of nowhere figure. You know what I mean? Like a one-off figure that doesn't belong anywhere. But that's like something that I really, really would like to see from them. Regarding movies, though, I mean, I want to say a young Obi-Wan would be great.
Oh boy. We got to talk about that. 130 in here. Smash the like button. A young Obi-Wan. That would go with the DX16. A young Obi-Wan would go with the DX16, DX17 Darth Maul. A young Obi-Wan would go with the Qui-Gon Jinn. Man, I would love to be able to do that from the Phantom Menace. And I'm telling you right now, the Darth Maul in the secondary market right now, and I'll pull up more stuff on that, Fabio, he is going insane. Used or new. Both. I mean, it's crazy that right now.
What's crazy to me is, there are plenty of Darth Mauls out there. You have Sideshow, you have Hot Toys, you have multiple from Hot Toys. And they're still super, super popular. So figures like that, I feel like Hot Toys will never stop making because they make them so much money. You know what I mean? They sell out pretty quick. At least the older ones, the old, the earlier releases. Again, maybe they sold out because they didn't make as many. I don't know, but I feel like they sold out, pretty quickly. But to go with this fits perfectly fine.
Link 2195. Good to have you in here. Link says Padme and Anakin 2-pack when they get married at the end. We talked about this earlier in the show, and I think we have to talk about this again, Fabio. With a lot of people that are in here, we got 125 in here. I do think this Padme is coming, and I do think this Anakin's coming. As a matter of fact, these have to come.
Yep.
And if they give you the Padme, as much as people really bitched and moaned, and I'll pull it up on the screen because we're talking about the Bespin on as well. When this Bespin Leia came out, everybody was just saying, we need the whatchamacallit, the Han to go with it. And here it is right here. I'm pulling it up onto the screen.
Yep.
Right? And so if they come out with that Padme and you don't got an Anakin, it's going to be the same story. I think they're going to give it to you.
They'll give it exactly. We'll get it, Padme. She's going to have no companion figure. He has to come 100%. And like you said, episode 2 was their love story. It would be kind of like a ripoff if we don't get him. You know what I mean? So the fact that she's already teased, there's no reason why he shouldn't be produced. So that's a very important figure for that line as well. That Padawan Anakin.
Here's what 808. The Hot Toys Wizard has taken on the likeness of 808, Michigan Jedi. Here, let me tell you what's coming Wednesday. Both 212 Clone Troopers, Padme, Clone Wars Obi-Wan, and might see both battle damage versions. Ooh, I can actually see every single thing he's talking about here. I can see the 212.
Eventually, Absolutely.
But you know what's interesting, Fabio? They gave us, and I have to pull this up again because who cares? But this is what they gave us last year.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us OG Mando reissue on the blurg. They also gave us the blurg, not in this picture, and Quill in the blurg,
Right.
and the biker scout
Right.
with the bike, and Grogu, and the stormtrooper commander and Echo. That's a hell of a lot of stuff in 1 week tease and announcement that all came up. They've given us 2 figures before. They've showed us a tease for R2 and C-3PO.
Yep.
They've given us Bespin Luke. Maybe 808 Michigan Jedi's right. I mean, this mix would not surprise me, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. That's what I said. At some point, but absolutely.
I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I'm pulling this back up on the screen. This epic day in Star Wars Hot Toys history. And I'm not just saying that to buff it out. Fabio will tell you, we're talking over the phone. That's exactly how I feel about this tease right here. All right, Fabio, let's talk about this. We got to talk about this figure. Let's look at the R2-D2 first. I have him blown up. Can we see it on the screen? This is very, very weathered R2.
Yep.
This is way more weathered, it appears to me. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Than the Force Awakens one. No, I'm not looking at it wrong. It's way more weathered. This does not go with the finale scene from The Mandalorian, where it was a completely clean, white, shiny new R2-D2. So are people going to use this R2-D2 from Attack of the Clones for The Mandalorian Season 2 to complete that? I'm opening up this discussion because I think it's worth talking about.
In my opinion, I think people will buy it as a filler for now because, you know, if that's their goal to fill that line. I mean, either way, it's an R2. It's going to look great. Even though it's not the R2 for that line, it doesn't matter. You know, you're the one who's got to look at it. You're the one who's going to know what you bought, you know? So I don't think it matters what you use it for, but people who don't have an R2 will definitely pick this up for that reason, to use it wherever they want.
So, and for people that are going to be really specific, like, hey, this is really, really dirty, really dirty. It has the black, you know, it's kind of like, ugh. I was wondering, were they going to do the 2-pack? Because I really felt in my heart that they were coming out with this. And plus, I heard from the Hot Toys Wizard they were doing it. But everyone heard on my show. What are they going to do, though, with the R2 from The Mandalorian? Because they absolutely have to. And they're going to, I mean, look at the difference here. Look how clean this is. They have to put this out because they're going to put it out because people are right now spending buku bucks to get a clean R2-D2. Really, the original trilogy one is going through the roof, and they're putting it in their display because that's the only you can use. Force Awakens, it's a little yellow, but dude, they're going to put this out. I think they're going to put this out. Tell me why they're not going to put this out.
Oh no, they're gonna put that out. it's just, you know, a matter of time when. But yeah, they and this is why, you know, I feel like people get annoyed with Hot Toys and collecting because they keep making, again, even though they're different lines, it's the same figure over and over and over. That's why the whole you know, the whole C-3PO thing is such a big deal because it's finally something new, something fresh, something that we never got before. So that's what's exciting. That's what's cool. R2, we've gotten multiples. We're gonna keep getting them. There's one announced right now or teased right now. Like you just said, we got Mandalorian. Also, you know that's coming because it's part of the Mandalorian line.
Right.
So, you know, so it's not if it's coming, it's when is it coming? And they're going to keep giving us characters from these lines, even though, again, they're the same characters, but it's because they belong to a different line. So they're not complaining about making money because they know that there are people who are going to buy them from each line. So it's just a matter of time. It's not if they're coming, it's when they're coming.
Well, and I feel like it's very, very clever because I really believe that this is coming and it's going to be announced very quickly. And they have two of them. I didn't really think. I know you're going to have multiple Lukes. I called that. We're going to have multiple Darth Vaders. I I'm calling that now. We already have like but honestly, I felt like that this is a very clever release because when you put in when you look at this R2, it's almost like, well, if you want the R2 from it's completely different. It's like, wow, it's not the same R2. And we don't know everything about this. I'm assuming, like all the R2s, it has electronics. They have them lit. So I'm assuming it has electronics. All the R2s we've gotten so far has a die-cast dome. I'm assuming we're going to get that. What about the wear and tear on this C-3PO? Because this is very worn. Is this the worn one they kind of showed us before? Do you expect what kind of diecast, if anything, do you expect of this?
I would expect some in there, at least some. I don't expect the figure to be full diecast. Absolutely not. We know that Hot Toys doesn't do that. Every time there's a figure made with diecast, it's only some of the figure, it's only parts of the figure. So, apparently, Dante talks about this all the time. I never knew about this figure. The Tamashii Nation's C-3PO apparently was all diecast. Again, I've never seen the figure, I never touched the figure, I never had the figure, so I don't know. I would see that making more sense for another company, a third party company, right? Because maybe that's what they focus on. I don't know. But Hot Toys, we know that anything diecast, specifically Iron Man figures and stuff like that, it's never full diecast. It's always some. So I would expect that this figure, being supposedly metal, in real life, it should have some weight to it and it should have some diecast to it. If they've made an R2 with it already, because I don't have, I only have a Sideshow R2. I never bought the Hot Toys one, either one. So I don't know how they're made. I never had one, never held one. So I don't know if there is diecast, and if it is, how much of it. So I don't know. But again, if they're making them with diecast, I would expect them to be with diecast as well.
Yeah, I really do. And the Man of Hot finally getting to some of these. Man of Hot, Dante is in here. Dante, you got the link. You should join on. This is an epic, historic day. I know you're sick from the cigar smoke that you're suffering right now from Fabio. I know that the cigars are sitting there, and you're kind of like right now, you're kind of like, I can't come on. I'm the man of sick collectibles. Get the hell on here and celebrate some good times. Venomized R2. That's new. See, he's feeling he's not feeling. But get in here, because if we're talking about that's new.
Exactly. This is how delirious he is right now. Talking about Venomized R2. You know what? Somebody block him, please, because.
All right. So a lot of people are saying to me in here, Braden R5 Aries, Jeff Smith Arama R5. Okay, let's talk about. Can I play the figures from the crypt? Will it work? Let me try this. Did that work?
Yep.
It did? Why is it not showing in my end? Did he laugh the whole time?
The whole time, yeah.
The whole time he laughed?
Yeah.
All right, so what table are you at? I will play this. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and time it. Here, I'll play it. Are you at table 5 with Popsic?
Oh, man.
And are you at table 66 with everyone wants this figure? Good. R5-D4. Let's talk about that, Fabio.
That's a nice one.
It's already been teased. It's on the tease. Let's go to a sideshow. I mean, let's pull this up on the figures from the crypt.
Yeah, where did I see that? I've seen that before. Do I have
the R5-D4?
I may have. I've seen that before. I don't know where the hell I saw that. Do I have one? I don't even know if I have one, but I've definitely seen that somewhere.
All right. Well, first, before we get to it, look at the Bespin Luke, dude.
Yep.
I mean, and first, let me go ahead. I don't know why this isn't loading more. Let me go ahead and try and refresh this. and see if this helps. Okay, that should give us all the figures now. I'm going to pull up R5-D4. Okay. Look at Luke. And then look at Luke. And then look at Luke. And honestly, if I put in Marvel, and let's see if this is still the same. Look at this. Moon Knight is the show right now. You realize that, right, Fabio?
Yep.
Moon Knight. Luke, Kate Bishop. There's your Electro coming up in there.
Yep.
You got Luke, Mando, Luke, Mando.
My God.
Luke.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke is like freaking Spider-Man and Batman right now. I mean, because of what Favreau, he wasn't like that in The Last Jedi.
But that's what I mean. I mean, his popularity in general is a big deal. But like you said, because of Mando, he was introduced to a new generation. So
yes,
his popularity, boom, just blew up.
If you're watching the market show live, possibly you're at table 77. I was having some video problems, but you're all able to see it. So let me fill you up, because is it possible this is where
the fun begins?
All right, coming soon. R5-D4 is the question. Let's actually go to the coming soon figures. And here's R5-D4, bro.
Oh, that's where I've seen him. I was like, why does he look familiar? I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Yep.
He's in The Mandalorian, not only in season 2 with Paley, the woman now that basically took over for Quill, that
Right.
the Mandalorian gets, his refills and different things from. Every time that she's on, she has R5-D4 from A New Hope. And also R5-D4, do you remember Fabio was in the Book of Boba Fett?
Yep. No, I remember. Yeah,
So they already have this mold.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I remember. This is, again, whenever they feel it's necessary to give us this, the fact that it's already teased, it's coming. And now it's more evident because of what's happening with C-3PO and R2. So anything that we've seen teased in the past, we can't call them, what do they call them? The figures of the crypt or whatever they call them. It's no longer that.
No, wait. Like a bantha, we have to play it now. Here we go. Anyway.
So I definitely think it's coming. But again, we're not just going to start getting droids back to back. But now that we know anything that's teased is game to be released.
Well, and I talked about this on Live and Raw, and I've talked about this before. When we were talking about potential figures from the Mandalorian line, and I will just bring this up because I got a lot of heat about calling Quill. Before Quill, I called Quill, but people are like, they're not going to put out that figure. And I'm telling you right now, I'm putting her up on the screen. This is the actress. I could see them doing this. I mean, I could see them actually doing a 2-pack. They could do it 2 different ways. They could come out with her and give you a couple of those pit droids from the prequels that she also has, or they could give you R5-D4 with the pit droids, which would be really freaking cool to have that set with R5-D4, because they're always with those little pit droids that are fixing Mandalorian ship or the stuff for the Mandalorian as well.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how popular she is. I could tell you how popular the Mandalorian is. Maybe because Quill isn't moving so well, they won't make her. But I'm telling you, they're going to make the droid. They already have the mold.
If I feel like during her scenes, she had she was a big deal for her scenes. You know what I mean? And I feel like eventually they'll make her, because of the fact that she was with all the little droids, and I think those are going to be her accessories, which is awesome. Oh my God, are you wearing a mask, sir?
No, I'm not wearing a mask. How you doing, guys?
What are you afraid of?
It's the Hot Toys Wizard, live and in person.
Yeah, I took
How are you feeling?
a nap. I'm feeling much better. Somebody gave me like a 50,000 pills to take.
welcome.
So and it's been actually worked. Like it was funny because Fabio, I've been sick the whole weekend with COVID, and you know, Fabio, if you guys don't know, he's a doctor. So I asked Fabio, yo, I need something, man. I just my body aches, and like I'm dead. So he gave me a list. I thought he's gonna be like a couple things. He gave me a huge list. I'm like, oh shit. So I have to order. I ordered on Amazon. I got it today. I was waiting very patiently until I got it. So yeah, I'm back. Fever is gone, so that's good. But yeah, man, I was just listening to you guys. Very interesting week we're gonna get this week.
Well, I'm going to go right to you. And listen, it's Popsic with the $2 drop says, have you seen pictures of these two on display in Hong Kong? I do want to give a shout out to It's Popsic because it was just flashed on my screen the other stream on Saturday, which I had to restart. Um, 11 months as a Cantina insider. Thank you so much. It's Popsic. Let's make the announcement this time. Your support is very much appreciated. And I have a lot of interesting things here at 6 Scale Cantina as an insider. So if you're interested, you could join. We have a pretty cool membership. Thank you so much, Popsic. I haven't actually seen these on display, but I think we were talking about it a little bit earlier, Fabio. So we'll get back into that again. But Dante, my man, this is an epic, historic time for Star Wars. What a contrast, Dante, from last year with the blurgs and the Stormtrooper Commander and the lackluster May 4th, where Sideshow put out Grievous again. Dude, we just got Bespin freaking Luke 3 weeks ago from today. And we just got this tease. This has got to make you feel a little better. I know you got the bad cold, baby, but come on, dude.
I was very impressed, and I think I mentioned this to your show, Aries, that we're gonna expect unexpected. I think this year we're gonna get stuff that we didn't see before, and last year was okay, releases, but now I think Hot Toys is gonna give us the what we're looking for. Yes, of course, this is not the golden C-3PO. This is not episode 3, episode 4 C-3PO, but it is a C-3PO, man. We that means that we're gonna get probably all versions, or at least a few of them.
Yep.
So remember, C-3PO was in every episode from episode 1 all the way to episode 9.
Yep.
So you have 9 C-3POs to choose from. So be patient.
How shocked were you to see this? Like, what went through your mind to say, "Holy crap, we finally got it"?
I was very excited, to be honest with you. I really hope that they do a 2-pack. I agree with Fabio what he mentioned earlier that probably they're gonna do one of each. I have a feeling that they're gonna include a lot of diecast pieces on this one, and this tribute here, I think it's gonna be like the guinea pig, meaning that I think they're gonna test some material, some stuff that they were thinking about before actual giving us the ultimate C-3PO, right? The one, the nice one, the golden shiny one. So I'm very happy, man. I mean, I think this is a step forward. I mean, we had 0 C-3POs. Now we have at least one coming. So, of course, not all the time you get everything you want. I mean, we've been begging for Mace Windu, Padme, which is another figure that I'm very positive is gonna come. Last year, I pretty much dropped the news about Padme. I spoke about Bespin Luke. People told me I was crazy, but they told me that. I mean, they told me that. So I said, listen, they told me exactly the same thing about freaking Cyborg, and it happened. So we need to be patient. Star Wars is so big. Hot Toys has so many other characters that they can focus on. The fact that they don't do stuff like tomorrow, that doesn't mean they won't do it. So be patient. Patience is the key in this hobby.
Well, and here's the thing, Man of Hot and Fabio, and thank you so much, Popsic. He just IM'd me this picture, so big shout out to It's Popsic again, sitting at table 5. We should probably fill him up, even though for some reason I'm not seeing the videos, but you're all saying that they're playing. So let's fill up Grogu there at table 5. And here's the picture, guys. So here you go, Fabio. What do you think here, pulling this up onto the screen? I can't get it any bigger right now, but it is a picture, I guess, from Hong Kong. You see the R2 next to it.
Yep.
I don't know if this means, it looks like R2 comes with a lot of stuff. Almost like a lot of this, that looks like it comes with a lot of stuff. Just because he's on a base, I don't know if that means that it's separate, but I would think it would be like one base to put them both on,
I
right?
love that base.
What do you think? Yeah, I
Well,
know, right?
I don't know if R2 comes with a base, but C-3PO, the plain base with the sand, fine. The figure, though, to me, like I told you earlier, to me this looks like a battle damage figure, even though obviously we know it's not. So I love the figure. I love how you see all the wires sticking out of his stomach. That to me is really cool. The different shades of he looks like he's fading. Beautiful. The reason why I love this figure is because of the fact that I really, really like battle damage stuff. Doesn't mean that I don't like the regular ones, the gold one and the other ones with the one with the red arm and the one with the regular arm. But to me, this is most likely going to be my favorite one.
Yeah, and that R2, if I could flash up another picture, which I'm going to do over here, and let me go ahead and share this screen, and let me stop this one. Stop the screen here and put up this other one, gentlemen. With this picture, Dante, I don't know what you think, but it looks like the R2, the one with all the accessories we got from the original trilogy with everything. I know it's kind of small, but I'm kind of getting that vibe. It's not the Force Awakens one.
No, it is not. And the Force Awakens, it was cleaner, and the arm was red, right? This is not red. I mean, I cannot see.
No, it's not red. It's kind of like
It's
from Attack of the
orangey,
Clones.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
no, this is definitely episode 2 C-3PO, which still is a good C-3PO. I mean, the fact that we're gonna get a C-3PO and another version of R2-D2, which is really good, it's a good step forward, I think. Of course, a lot of people complaining, oh, this is not my C-3PO. If it's not for you, then it's not for you. Wait until the one is released. But a lot of people, including myself, the reason why I didn't get C-3PO from Sideshow is because I knew this day will come, and I needed to be patient. Wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait, and it doesn't matter if they're gonna give me this. I know they're gonna give me the A New Hope C-3PO, 100%. I think same thing is gonna happen with Episode 3. They're gonna give us all other versions of C-3PO. Then when we start getting multiple C-3POs, people are gonna say again another C-3PO. But the fact that we were waiting for years about this, same thing is gonna happen when they give us Windu. We're gonna get probably 2 versions of Mace Windu, and then we're gonna be like another Windu again. It's like we're never.
It's turning around. Look,
We
I
are
mean,
never happy, man. Like,
and you know what's interesting? And again, we have 120 in here. Go ahead and smash the like button, baby. You are watching the Market Show live, and we've got the Man of Hot Collectibles in here, sick from his cigar smoke from the Hot Toys Wizards version of Fabio. 808 Michigan Jedi says Fabio looks like this is the deluxe version of R2-D2. It does to me. I'm right with them on that. I'm fine with it. It definitely has way more of the weathering. It's battle damage. Look, it's R2 is R2. I mean, right? I mean, I was saying, we were talking before, and I was mentioning this on Live and Raw. I know they're going to do this with R2, with come out with this, but how do they do this with the Mandalorian version? Well, it's a very different version. You've been saying this, Fabio. Battle damage figures. They just came out with the KX Enforcer droid, which is basically K2SO, but it has battle damage. It's the same damn figure. People are scooping it up like crazy.
Same thing. And the reason why Hot Toys gets away with it is because people understand. I would think, and I would hope that people understand, what the game that Hot Toys is playing is. Just like I mentioned earlier, they're listening to us because they kind of slowed down with, at least for now, they kind of slowed down with the reissues. to give us 2.0s. So that R2 specifically from the Mandalorian, it's going to be nowhere near this one. Yeah, it's going to be similar, but accessories wise, it's not going to be. It can't be the same. And just like this tease here, this R2 here from episode 2, it's not exactly the same as the one that was released for which movie was it?
The Force Awakens.
The last one. No, the last one. Was it the first? No, the one with all the accessories with the cup on
New
top.
Hope.
A New Hope. Right. So, so this, I don't have it. That's why I don't know. This.
Are you talking about that R2?
The new one. Yeah, the new one.
I don't think that's a new. I think isn't that just original trilogy?
Oh, wait a second. It's not A New Hope. It's the
R2
either
is
Return of the Jedi. It's Return of the Jedi because remember that he was in Jabba's palace.
I think that's what it was. Return of the Jedi. It makes that sounds more than.
You're talking for Sideshow or Hot Toys?
No, the Hot Toys one.
The
last one they made that has like all the accessories, really cool. It's got all the things sticking out of it with the little glass on the top of the head. I think.
Yeah.
So, the whole
I actually think that one's labeled OT, but someone let us know in the chat.
So the whole point of me bringing that up is that C-3PO, I mean that R2 does not look like this R2 at all. Completely different figure. Even though it's R2, it's not.
It doesn't look like this at all.
So that's how they're able to get away with it, and I don't mind that at all.
No, absolutely. I mean, what an epic. All right, Dante. So talk to me, baby. We got Bespin Luke exactly 3 weeks ago today. 21 days. On May 4th, it'll be 23 days later. We got this tease. We just got this tease yesterday. I mean, it's May 1st. What can we get May 4th? Are they giving us breadcrumbs? Because if they're not going to give us anything on May 4th, couldn't they have saved this? And maybe they give us the official announcement May 4th, which is great. Couldn't they have saved Luke for May 4th? What can top Luke and R2 before May 4th? Certainly they must know that May 4th means something, Dante, because they gave us 7 freaking figures last year for May 4th. Why are they giving these early? This is different than last year. What's going on here? What is your call? What do you think they're going to do?
Well, they're gonna give us crazy stuff for sure. I mean,
you think so?
Oh yeah, they already did the Attack of the Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, 20th anniversary. So we know that that's gonna be something special. We're probably gonna get Jango Fett tomorrow. This week is gonna come. Most likely, very positive. Padme, either a tease or announcement. I think we're gonna get finally Mace Windu this year. Whether is on whether it's this week or is during the Star Wars celebration May 26th. 26th is right. So I think we're gonna get those characters that we were looking for, and we may get something that we didn't expect at all. I think that seems to be that it could be the pattern for this year's Star Wars celebration or Star Wars month.
Why did they tease this way? Are they giving this to us in a 2-pack? Are they giving it to us a la carte? Are they going to give it to us both ways, like the Boba Fett 2-pack from the Mandalorian? What say you, Man of Hot?
So I have 2 theories. If the figure is diecast, fully diecast, C-3PO, and obviously R2-D2 is some pieces are diecast as well. They're probably gonna do individual. However, if they do C-3PO plastic, and R2-D2 exactly the same as the Force Awakens with the diecast dome and all those things, it could be a 2-pack. I think that's gonna be the catch, right? Is what are they actually going to use for C-3PO? Are they going to use plastic, diecast, combination of both? And then at the end of the day, it all comes to price because R2-D2 by itself is what? 200 something was?
Yeah.
When it was released.
Mm-hmm.
So
especially with all these accessories, it's not going to be cheap. for
yeah,
R2-D2. It's a really good point now, seeing all
why
those
not?
pictures, all the accessories it comes with.
Yes. Unless they, as a special edition, they just do a 2-pack regardless of the material, and they put a price. Like, let's say, I don't know, $4.89, for example, right, for both. That they can compromise here on some pieces here and there, just for the sake of the I guess the nostalgia behind these two characters.
6 scale Mafia's in the house. What's going on, Anthony? 243 for R2 Deluxe. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. And he was saying that was MSRP. So let me ask you this. Fabio, could they give us two different versions of C-3PO? Hear me out. Could there be a version? Could there be a 2-pack version? Could there be a version where there's more die cast than another? So I'm going to go the rooted hair concept here. You got a version with rooted hair, a figure. You got a version without rooted hair. Could they give you C-3PO with one thing and a C-3PO with another thing? Because Dante's talking about it's a 2-pack. He has a couple of theories depending upon price. Could there be some stuff with this here when it comes out that we're not expecting?
I mean, I don't think so. Whatever they're gonna give us with this figure is what we're getting with the figure. So like I said earlier, I feel like if we're getting any diecast with this, it's gonna be whatever it is that they usually put on a figure, whatever they feel like it's doable for a figure. But I don't think they're gonna give us, so for example, this figure doesn't even have a midsection, right? Let's say that for the next, we're definitely getting more C-3POs, just number one. Number two, maybe for the next one, they'll add more pieces of diecast because maybe they can, different design, different look. Maybe they'll add more pieces here and there. But I don't think that we're going to, that's going to be like a selling point for them, meaning, well, this one we gave you, this much diecast. Now the next one's going to have more. Like, I don't think so. I think as long as we know that it's diecast, I think that's enough for us. I don't think we're looking for a specific amount of diecast. That's just me. But no, I don't think they're gonna, if they come diecast, it'll be okay. The figure's diecast, boom. And I have a feeling it'll be diecast.
I disagree with Fabio.
Like easy.
Just because I just need to disagree with somebody, so I just gotta say, okay, I disagree with Fabio.
All right, so listen, where was I'm trying to remember the diecast parts in the IG-11, but I think where would we get diecast in this figure, Dante? You are a reviewer extraordinaire. I would think in the L where we have the little shafts, maybe that come in and out. Is that where they're going to have the diecast? What about everybody in the chat? If there is going to be some diecast pieces with this, where do you think the diecast would be? Dante, where do you think? Because it's not going to be all diecast. So if it's going to have some, where is it going to be, Mr. Reviewer?
That's a good question.
Don't say the butt like last time, because it's not.
I think it's gonna be the no. Probably the I think the legs probably diecast. And maybe not necessarily the outside, but the inside. Probably they're gonna use some diecast.
Yep.
But the funny sorry, when you mentioned review, I want to show something real quick, and I know this is off topic of this, but you guys spoke about Transport Trooper, I believe, earlier. Because a lot of people are asking me whether you can actually use the head sculpt or use the head sculpt in that body. So I did the review, and it's actually, up right now. But I want to show you this real quick so people can see.
Yeah, hold on, let me blow you up here.
Yep. All right, so this is the trooper, right? So when you remove the head sculpt, right, you have this here.
Right.
And this is the helmet, right? So if you have a head sculpt, right, this is a head sculpt, boom, you can put it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a one-piece head sculpt, you may be able to take this piece, but it might take a little bit of work. I'm not but I never do any crazy stuff on my figure, so I'm the least
Qualified.
specialized to give you an opinion or so. But I'm just showing you, how this looks, right? This figure here is freaking amazing. I'm telling you.
Looks
Hmm.
amazing already. Like I mean,
Yo, this
so good.
is really freaking good. And not for nothing, but I think Hot Toys is getting better with troopers. They're improving a lot. I mean, if you compare the stormtroopers, like the 501st figures, Ares, the Clone Wars figures, like Rex, the 501st Battalion, the Coruscant Guard, then having the short troopers. Man, they've been stepping up their game, man. I really like this guy. Like, it looks good. But I just
It
want to
looks
kind of like share
so
that before I
damn.
forget.
No, it looks so damn epic.
Yeah.
And listen, baby, everyone's saying in here, echoing what you're saying, Man of Hot. 808 Michigan Jedi leg with die cast. It's Popsic saying die cast legs and all 3PO needs, in his opinion, just like K2SO.
I was just gonna say same thing as the K2SO was all legs and they're heavy. The leg
Yeah,
too. Yep.
yep. And then a lot of people saying that die cast there. But Brandon puts in, and that was my point, Fabio. I really hope it's in the elbow pistons, otherwise they break easily. Can you see it in there, Dante and Fabio? Can you see it in the elbow pistons as well? Could they do that for C-3PO? Because he does have those pistons.
Scroll up in the picture like so you could see.
Like, yeah, all the 3POs, like you could probably see it there. Can you see like that? It'll be like right between the elbow. Like, you see my arm here, dude?
Yeah.
That
Like
piston will go in and out.
the bicep.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
What are you saying? If it's high, if it, that's that,
He was hoping that it would be, and so do I. I would hope it would be
no,
done.
that would be that shouldn't affect the figure at all. I mean they're gonna use the die cast where it's not a moving part. You know what I mean? Like where it's not gonna affect anything. So if they're able to move, the joints without a problem, there's no reason why they shouldn't put the die cast anywhere. And I feel like it'll make the figure feel more valuable because of the amount of die cast. So, whatever they decided they chose to do, hopefully it's something that we're happy with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And what do you think about the piston aspect of what Brandon's saying there, Dante? I'm trying to pull up. Anthony said you sent me a picture, so I'm gonna look. We're just sending me on Facebook. I'll take a look here. But what do you think about that? I think that would be cool if they can reinforce the piston in the bicep, my friend.
Yeah, I can see that more like plastic, just because it's a little piece. I can see, because if I recall correctly, and guys in the chat, you guys know more than me. The Machination C-3PO, and I used to have that figure, and I kind of, if I'm telling you, if I would have had that figure still, I didn't care about any other C-3PO. That for me was the best. But anyway, I think, if my memory doesn't play me tricks, is that the pistons were plastic, but the whole arm was die cast. Just the small pieces, the small like beaten pieces were like plastic, but everything else was die cast. So if the Machinations did it, I mean, Hatos can definitely do it. You were able to remove the arms, you were able to remove the legs, and leave the figure just by itself, like only the torso. So you can take the head off. I mean, it was crazy. So
It was magnetic? No.
no, it wasn't magnetic, but you could just, it was a peg that you just snap it and then take it out. Very good. Never had an issue. Never was like loose or anything like that. It was perfect.
Look at this, guys. Look at what Mafia just sent me. Ooh, this tells it. Yeah, this looks so
That looks
fracking
beautiful. Yeah.
sweet.
I was just gonna say when you pulled that up, I was like, that looks amazing.
Anthony, Mafia, thank you so much for that. I mean, look at that. What do you? Okay, so wow, dude, Dante, that looks pretty damn sick. With when you
It
brighten it
does.
up.
No, it does. It does. Actually, I did this for Anthony. I'm just kidding. He didn't. Um, yeah, he's gonna kill me. He's like, you liar. No. Whoever did this amazing job. I mean, obviously, they increased the brightness on this one. This is pretty much how it's gonna look like. And I think someone else posted a picture. You all shared with me the other day. I don't know who took the picture, so credit to whoever took it. Um, it's gonna be this color, right? This is more like episode 2 C-3PO, more like a rusty, dirty look, right? So so yeah,
A lot of love.
yeah, a lot of love. So yeah, so this one was this is the look of episode 2 C-3PO. So I'm very happy with it. I mean, from 0 C-3PO to at least 1, it's a huge improvement to me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this 3PO. I mean, you talk about if you're an Attack of the Clones fan.
Aries, look at me.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Whoa, let me bring it up. Where we bring it up? Oh, you had to do this to me with the Tamashii Nations. Is that Tamashii Nations?
No. This is Metacon.
Oh, Metacom's a good one too, dude. It's just a little bit smaller in scale, but honestly, it's not that fucking bad.
It's a little thin. It's a little too thin for what it's supposed to be. Very, very light, but it's done the job till right now.
I've thought about that figure, and it's affordable, and that's die-cast, right? Is that die-cast, or is that that color like this Kenner used to do, and Jax did it? Although I got one over there.
This is straight plastic, super cheap plastic, super plastic. There's no metal in here whatsoever. That's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and it's not even metal, and it has the look of like the Tamashii Nations.
Yep.
Wow. But pulling this up again, man. I mean, that just looks freaking sick, guys. I have one too. Now I gotta go move and go grab it real quick.
Go ahead.
Keep talking.
Yeah. Dante, speak to me. I'm lonely.
So let's pretend this is your channel and you are the one who started the live stream. So you're gonna start. I'm just gonna be your
you're my guest. You're my guest.
Yeah.
All right, Aries, please come sit down. Take over your show again. Thank you.
From 100 views to 0, like everyone like that. I'm out.
They're like, this sucks.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh man, I was hosting your show for a second.
Yeah, that was the worst second ever.
Well, this is Jax putting up over here, but
that's
it's shiny as heck.
Wait, is that a quarter scale?
Yeah, it's a quarter scale. Oh hell
that's
yeah!
Awesome. Look at that. I think it's huge.
It's really nice. I love this freaking thing.
Oh, with the red arm. Look at that red arm.
Yeah, I mean it's shiny as all frack. Yeah, I got a lot of this kind of crap. But I love this one. Let me look at the shine on that, dude.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the gold ones. They make them super shiny, which is awesome.
Yeah, that one looks really good.
That's really good. Yeah, this one. The cool thing about this one too, he talks, but the batteries are dead. But he talks.
You see, the good thing about this thing is like you keep it in the box and it looks amazing. So you don't want to take it out of the box.
Yeah, no, and this box isn't the best. It's a really good 3PO though, but I've been dying for this.
What is
Hot Toys?
What brand is that? Sorry.
This is Jax Pacific.
Oh, okay.
So this is Jax Pacific. And you can see the logo.
Yeah. Is that's plastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you would look at this and be like, "What the heck?" But,
looks metal. Like the paint is amazing.
Yeah, but absolutely crazy.
Can I ask you a question, guys? Do you think Hot Toys will do 1/4 scale A New Hope figures? Like you see that we've been getting a lot of 1/4 scale figures like Boba Fett and Spider-Man and things like that. Do you think we will get original trilogy characters, but in the 1/4 scale format? Or do you think it's too much to ask?
No, it's a damn good question because I think a lot of people have been talking about they really feel Obi-Wan is going to have a 1/4 scale because of what they did with Boba Fett and Tamora Morrison with the Book of Boba Fett and that 1/4 scale figure. Can you imagine Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor with that? And I think if they do that, they give us Hayden Christensen, and then they probably give us an Ahsoka. So, dude, my opinion is, can you imagine like freaking Luke or Han or Leia? I would lose my damn mind if I could get.
Could you imagine
1/4 scale? I mean, you're talking about like this. Like I just pulled this up. I mean, dude,
That would be sick, right?
So what are you thinking that's going to happen? I mean, what do you, I mean?
I honestly, at this point, I would not take anything off the table. The reason being is because if you notice the pattern, they've been doing a lot of one quarter scale figures. Before it was kind of like really rare to see one quarter scales, but now it's like more often. So that's gonna that's giving you a little bit of a hint of the what market they want to also pursue. I mean, they obviously 1/6 is very popular, but one quarter scale, if you compare it to statues, is one cheaper. Two, you can do poses. You can actually change the poses of those figures anytime you want. And if they give you those high bases to give you the look of like a more third scale, a lot of people are going to be very happy with that, man. And I'm telling you, I would not I would not take it off the table at all. I think it could easily happen. Once they hit one really good character in Star Wars, like let's say any OT character like Luke, Leia, because they did Darth Vader. Darth Vader was really good. But just imagine if they do, Luke Skywalker, Return of the Jedi, or Bespin Luke, one quarter scale, with a diorama. Think about if they do, I don't know, Han and Chewie two-pack, for example, for a one quarter scale. I know it will be insanely priced, but just imagine if they have the room to wiggle and they can just do some more detail, into those figures. So I think it is a very possible in the future. You know, I don't know. Maybe they tease something this week, quarter scale, that we've never seen before.
Well, you bring up a really good point, and I was bringing this up with Fabio earlier, and I'm pulling this back up onto the screen. And what's funny, because the hot thing right now is Moon Knight, which is out. And when you put in the Bespin Luke, it's already been 3 freaking weeks. It's already been 3 weeks, Dante. And everything is Luke. And I've been calling this for a while, and that I was saying, hey, you're gonna have multiple Lukes up on pre-order. And now when you look, you've got Luke, and you got Luke, and you got another Luke. And even when you put in, Marvel best-selling wise, you got Moon Knight, Luke. There's Kate Bishop, but Luke from 1980, just killing it. And he has even no relevance really to the book of Boba Fett for Bespin when he fought Vader or freaking Mandalorian or even what's coming out. I just think, dude, he's like Spider-Man. He's like Batman right now. I mean, so when you're talking about quarter scale and you see people in the chats over here, Dante, I think you're onto something. I mean, look at that Luke, and he got freaking Mando, Luke, Mando again, and then here's Luke right next to freaking Green Goblin. And then this is the one, another one from 1980. It's a little crazy. So I could see a quarter scale. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, the numbers don't lie, right?
No,
The
and
numbers
that's
don't lie. I mean, it is hot. I mean, they can definitely do that. Uh, it only takes to give you one really good figure that is hot, one quarter scale, that give you the right amount of accessories, the right look, the right base, and let me tell you, people are gonna, crave for more.
all right. So talking about this, Dante, we got this, and Fabio, we got this exactly 3 weeks ago from today, and now we got the R2-D2 and C-3PO tease. What are we getting May 4th? Are we going to get anything from the original trilogy? Is it going to be Attack of the Clones? Are we going to get all Book of Boba Fett, all Mandalorian like last year? Are we going to get clones? Are we going to get 7 figures like last year? They didn't give us like this kind of stuff last year. What's going on?
All I know is me personally, I can't even
I mean,
guess because it's so all over the place that you can't even. I personally, if I throw anything like for example,
because my call was like, I'm bringing this up, but they're killing me here. We got Bespin Luke 3 weeks ago. You put this out on May 4th. We just got R2-D2 and C-3PO. I was thinking all along we're going to get this, which I still think we're going to get, this month. But I'm not too sure anymore now because of the way all this. I mean, I know we're getting this figure. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about May 4th.
Well, we haven't gotten an announcement for this, so that's a possibility. And it's funny you bring up this figure because what I was going to say was a Black Chrysanthemum from the Book of Boba as well. So it's funny you brought that up.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking here is we would get just like last year, because remember, this is what we got last year. Minus the biker, the reissue of the biker scout and the bike from the Mandalorian for original trilogy, minus Quill and Quill on the blurg and the blurg by itself. This is all Disney Plus television based. But now, you're talking about Chrysanthemum. This is what I was expecting: Chrysanthemum, Cad Bane, Boba Fett. But we're not getting any of these figures. We're getting Luke. We're getting C-3PO from Attack of the Damn Clones. We're getting R2-D2 from Attack of the Clones. And Dante, it's real interesting. I mean, maybe they give us these at Celebration at the end of the month. Chrysanthemum, Cad Bane, Boba Fett, stuff of that effect. Do we just get a bunch of original trilogy and prequel figures and clones possibly for May 4th, and they save this for Celebration? Do we get a mixture of maybe we get Chrysanthemum, maybe we get Cad Bane, maybe we get Padme, maybe we get, Bespin Han? I mean, it's hard to predict right now, but it's really, I'm like giddy as a schoolboy right now. I'm kind of losing my damn mind. I feel like I'm back in the damn Kenner days. What the hell, man? What are they going to give us? Maybe a vinyl Cape Jawa.
Yeah, I mean, I can see Cad Bane happening before Black Santa. I think because Cad Bane was it is a very well known character. Number one, and number two, I think it will go really good with your Boba Fett. So probably we're gonna see that one. I'm not sure if it's gonna be this week. I think this week it's gonna be and the Star Wars celebration week. I think it's gonna be more like really good characters. I think something that we really wanted and we're gonna see. I think this year is going that route. The way I see it. I think all these other troopers and all that. Yeah, it's gonna happen at one point. Maybe some others sooner, maybe others don't. I don't know, but I think we're gonna see more like legacy characters. I think we're gonna see more of that. And I mean, proof is C-3PO and R2-D2, right? They tease those two characters, so that's gonna give you an idea of what to expect.
Hey, did you guys hit the like button yet? Let's smash it. Let's get the 300 likes. Let's get the 3,000 likes. Let's get the 3 million likes. A clone, it's basically confirmed, says Popsic. Can't wait to see who, though. I don't know. Here's another one, Fabio, from the grave. From the crypt, whatever the heck we're calling it. Honestly, I mean, it could be this one. To be quite honest with you, it could be.
I love that helmet, so I would be 100% happy with that. That's a beautiful figure.
Is this the R? I'm putting up this C-3PO from the.
See, that's the same one that was teased. Same exact one.
So this is the same one. Another.
But this one looks bland. This one looks
it looks blander though. Yeah,
it looks blander, right? The other one looks better.
They worked on it.
Well, look at. There's no lighting there. Compare the two pictures. This is dark and the other one's super light. So maybe that's so you can't see the different shades.
Dude, this was from like 2018, Fabio. This was like a long time ago, during the dark times.
Right, exactly. That's why I feel like
back then, Last Jedi came out.
Back then, we weren't getting as many announcements, as many releases as we are now. That's why, before this, it was kind of depressing to know that we had been teased all these figures, but none of them were made. So now we're at a point where they're getting made. So that's why when I say anything's game, it's because of this. Now anything's game.
This is the same one. So I'm going to let's see if I could copy and paste it. This is the same figure.
Yeah, same thing. It's just it looks different because of the lighting, but it's the same thing.
Do you think they worked on it at all, guys?
Yeah, I think the color they light it up a little bit. The color. The other one looks again more like darker. Maybe the lighting, I can agree with Fabio, but I think they probably nailed the painting a little bit. And you can see a lot of wires inside the belly as well. So it's gonna have a lot of details for sure.
I hope it speaks too. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be great.
Hey, you were talking about that the other.
Because this one speaks. This one talks.
Which one? The one you have?
Yeah. So look at this. I don't have the batteries in it, but I'm going to show you. So as you can see, it lights up, right? So there's batteries on the head, but in the back, there's the battery pack. There's a screwdriver for the battery pack. So you remove that and you press here, and that button makes them talk. So if they already did that for R2, so imagine if they do that for him as well.
I do think that they will, Dante. I would freaking love that if they did. Can you see that with this? Man.
Light up feature? Yeah, I think so.
No, I mean to talk, like he's saying that, like having they did that with Vader, didn't they? Have wasn't the original A New Hope Vader? He had the breath anyway.
I think so. I think one of them spoke. Yep.
Maybe someone knows in here. I don't have that one. I have the. I'm trying to get that one, but
I think the quarter scale was the one that spoke, wasn't it?
Well, I know that the one in the Tarkin pack I don't think does anything, but I think the A New Hope Vader by itself had some type of sound. I think it was his breath, but maybe someone in here knows.
Maybe I would have to check because I didn't even know that. And again, a lot of these features from these figures I never know because I open the figure, and if there's some type of, whether it's light up feature or anything that requires batteries, I never test it out because I never put the batteries in, just from experience. Every time I did put batteries in, if you leave batteries in these Hot Toys figures, I don't know if it's because they give us cheap batteries. I don't know if it's because, it's just they just sit there for so long. But the batteries actually leak out into the mechanism of the figure, and it actually ruins the entire figure internally. So a lot of the times when figures come with those features, I never know because I never test them out. So that's why I don't even know, what Darth Vader you're talking about. But I do remember that there was one that said something.
We got 100. Yeah, we're just killing it here tonight. And Dante, I know that you're sick. I'm gonna let you go before Fabio and I will conclude it because I know I just appreciate you jumping on. I know it's an epic time. Doc Smizel says, I hope the C-3PO will serve me coffee at table 1337. Coming right up, my friend. Dante, man, just your final thoughts. I'm just going to let you get on. I know you're not feeling well. Fabio and I will keep the train rolling over here.
Thanks, man. No, the coughing is killing me, man. I mean, like putting the camera because I just comes and goes. No, thank you, man. I just wanted to stop by to say hi to you guys because I know it's been crazy. This is Star Wars week, May 4th week. So I started it yesterday with a small, showcase video that I did with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. I kind of like told a small story just in my head how I think it's gonna happen in the show. So if you guys want to check it out, please do so. I also have the review of the Transport Trooper. And tomorrow, Aries, we're gonna have it between collectors, and I'm gonna have Ispopsic and Dux Mizzle, Anthony, Fabio, and me in the show. And I've been getting a lot of requests.
Wait, you're gonna get It's Popsic and Dux Mizzle in the show?
In the show tomorrow.
Oh my goodness, man, that is awesome.
Yes,
that is awesome. I want to see these guys. I've never seen it before. I've just been so busy. Maybe they've been on. I try to catch everybody's stuff. It's been a dud.
They've been on before. Doug's Music has a channel. Actually, I was watching a video this morning.
You're kidding me? Oh my god! I'm like so behind.
What's in the box with the wife? It was so freaking funny because you was just putting videos for like old time videos, like really good.
All right, look, if I could pop in tomorrow, I will. I know I sent you a message. How late are you going till? What is your time tomorrow?
So tomorrow is gonna be 7:30 to 9:30 tops. Wednesday, I've been getting a lot of requests, and people want me to do a live stream on May 4th. So we're gonna do one live stream on Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. But obviously, I don't know, Aries, if you're gonna do anything that day.
I'm gonna try a pop. I am gonna do one. I am gonna have a show, at 5 o'clock, 5:30. I
Okay,
got to
so
figure it out, but I'm
I
gonna be
I
on
I,
earlier.
I
I'm gonna have
wanted.
you. Well, I know Fabio, you'll be on, but I think you'll be on, right? I think we're coming on. We got some stuff set up. I just don't know what time, if it'll be 5 or 5:30. But yeah, I'll try to make it at 10, my friend.
Yes, if you can make it, you have, those are always open for you, my friend. But we're gonna talk anything that happened on that day. What, our comments on possible figures, or was announced, released. So yes, and then that's tomorrow, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday I have a special video, Star Wars video related. This week is gonna be all Star Wars on my channel, so check it out. Tomorrow, between collectors. Wednesday, the live stream at 10 p.m. Thursday, I'm gonna put a video on. Friday, we're gonna have the live stream on Friday, normal time, and then Sunday, I'm gonna have one live stream for members, and also I'm gonna put a special video for my members as well, and also it's gonna be Star Wars related. So as you can see, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. So
You'll do it, baby. And listen, I may, if you're going to be on to what you said, 9:30.
tomorrow night at 9:30, and then
Send me the link,
Friday.
because I might actually be able to make it 9:15 or even 9:20. But I'd love to pop on because it's May 4th week. So if you'll have me on for like 5-10 minutes, or as soon as I get home, I
Yes,
come on
yes,
because it's May 4th week. And plus Popsick and Doc Smizel are
yes,
going to be on there. So send me the link. I'll do what I
yes.
can to get home early from the martial arts gig.
And also, since you have a lot of members of my channel as well. Sunday I didn't do the show because I was very sick. Fabio knows, because I was really bad, so I couldn't even do anything. But yeah, so a lot of things happening. Next week we have all the things going, so you're gonna start seeing a lot of stuff coming from me as well. I'm getting back in track again. Trying to manage my day job and my YouTube, passion. So I'm trying to balance both. So I just want to say thank you everyone for the support, for being like super cool. Everyone with the messages, following up, subscribing, becoming a member, to my channel, Aries, Fabio, and everyone. So thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Take care, Dante. Send me the link. I'll come on the last few minutes. Come on,
You
baby.
got it, man.
It's the May 4th week.
Have a good night.
Feel better, man. It's
Thanks.
Popsick says, I'd love to get on with you one of these days, Aries. Well, Popsick, I didn't know that you would come on air. So, yeah, we definitely going to have Popsick on here, Fabio. I didn't even know that he was on. So I'll be in touch with you here. I didn't know Doc Smizel was on, Sue. So, yeah, we could do that. And we got to get Ray from Hawk Wars. Ray, we got to get Ray. We got to get this.
I tell Ray all the time. I know you invited him. I know he has the equipment. I tell him all the time, and he's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay."
Oh my goodness gracious! What a week, dude. And I just realized the time. I know we just let him go, but it's freaking 11:15. But I'm so freaking stoked, dude. But
It's fun. It's a good time
dude,
to be a collector. It's a good time to be in the hobby. It's a good time to be a Hot Toys collector. And who was I speaking to? I was speaking to somebody either yesterday or the day before. Oh, it was Anthony. I was talking to Anthony. And there was an announcement made by Marvel saying that they're working on the next 10 years of movies right now. They're planning out the next 10 years of Marvel. So I said, can you imagine what's going to happen in the collecting world in 10 years? So I was like, I've been collecting since, like I always say, 09, 2010. And I have a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff. And back then, the stuff that I have from back then is nowhere near what we're getting today from Hot Toys. Nowhere near close. Quality, bodies, clothing, head sculpts, accessories, everything. So think about that. Think about the next 10 years. And I'm just speaking of Marvel because that's what the announcement was about. Can you imagine how many figures we're going to be getting for the next 10 years? Marvel alone? insane.
No, I mean that's why it's such a historic day, because there's been great debate, there's been great wonderment about what's going to happen. You're talking about, with Star Wars, you talk about the next 10 years. How about the next 5 years? How about the next 5 days? Forget. I mean, and I'm putting that to go along with what you're saying. 10 years, 7 years, 5 years, 2 years, 5 days. And look, we've been talking about this for a little bit. And I've been telling people, look, when it comes to Star Wars, and you and I have been chatting about this the last few weeks, and someone put in the chat over there, you're like Robin, we're like Batman and Robin. Look, I really appreciate you coming on with these, Fabio. I know we have great chemistry, our whole group, things of that nature, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. And Fabio and I really enjoy doing this. We talk a lot on putting this stuff on. We're getting the Marvel market chart together. We're having a lot of fun with this, but this really is an historic time.
Yep.
Because I've been telling you that with Star Wars, with only 5 pre-orders right now, until they officially announced that R2 and C-3PO for 2023, that we were going to get bombarded with figures because of how hot Star Wars is. And it wasn't just going to be Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian figures. It was going to be original trilogy love, because the original trilogy stuff right now, thanks to Favreau, Filoni, and Deborah Chow, it's starting to sell. That's why, here's the thing people forget about, Fabio. They keep saying $4 billion. $4 billion was just for the rights to buy from Lucas. That didn't include the amusement parks, which cost billions of dollars to erect. They have billions of billions of billions of billions invested in Star Wars. It's a hot commodity. They have the data to prove it. Now that we're done with all the crap from the controversy from the sequels, whether you like them or not, they're going to make money off this now. Just as much as they're made with Marvel, they're going to make with this. And Star Wars has a different collecting thing that I think Hot Toys, and we're going to talk. I'll have you on, Fabio, when we talk about this. It's a different game. It's not that Star Wars is better than Marvel or Marvel's better. It's about people that collect Star Wars figures coming into this hobby. It has a different thing. You can't just compare and say, oh, exactly the way Marvel is how Star Wars is going to go. Not exactly. And I know we talked about this.
And, one thing you mentioned is, you could be a 100% strictly Star Wars collector. And up to, within the past couple of years, if that was the only thing you were collecting, you would be waiting a long, long time to get an announcement for a Star Wars figure. You would, even like now, the reason why there are, 30 Marvel figures and only 6 or 7 Star Wars, it's for a reason. Hot Toys has never been making Star Wars, left and right like they do Marvel. So absolutely, it's a different game. It's a different collecting game. You can't compare Marvel and Star Wars at all. And we talked about this before. I feel like the characters of Star Wars, all of them in every movie have a deeper meaning, and I think are more meaningful than I feel like, any sub character from like a Marvel movie. You know what I mean? So that to me is what makes Star Wars that much more meaningful to its collectors, because of the amount of what's the word of not only history but meaning that the character brings onto, whether it's OT movies or sequel movies. Every character is deeper than what it's shown, I feel like.
Yeah, and that's a really, really good point. And on top of that, to add, and when we get into this, and maybe a good topic this week, or maybe with the aftermath of May 4th next week. But there's a reason you have Midnight Madness for years. People collecting toys, not statues. It's Star Wars and GI Joe. It's hard to figure, to pinpoint, especially when you got magic like Hot Toys, exactly how the market or primary market's going to go. It goes both ways, but you can't directly correlate it to Marvel or DC. No way, no how. More to DC, certainly not Marvel.
Right.
Midnight Madness, Force Friday. There's people who wait in lines for days, not just to see the movies, but for wait for toys. These people aren't collecting statues necessarily. They're collecting toys. They're collecting plastic. They're collecting pretty crappy looking toys, to be honest with you. We just love them.
Right.
It's just different with Star Wars. It's a different type of game
Absolutely.
altogether from there. And I think right now, Hot Toys is maybe catching a little bit of wind and being like, boy, we can make some money
Absolutely
off of this right now. And I've been warning for a while that we're going to get hit with announcements, and they're coming now.
And the reason why Hot Toys is able to do that and pretty much, reawaken Star Wars is thanks to The Mandalorian. Because remember that before The Mandalorian, yes, we were getting Star Wars figures from Hot Toys, but nowhere near as fast or as quickly or as often as we are now. And again, that's thanks to The Mandalorian.
Man, we've been killing it here all night, dude. I mean, I guess this was the someone said in here in the chat, can't have May 4th without Aries, so let's talk about it. Everybody in here. Do you want me live May 4th? Look, I'm sure that every big channel, I'm just a little guy here, right, is going to be live May 4th. I'm going to go live on my regular time, but probably going to go early because it's May 4th. It's usually 6 o'clock. We're probably going to go 5 o'clock. It's a special day. 5:30. More to come. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. We'll be posting it, on Dante's, Facebook group too, Fabio's Facebook group. Dante's going to go out later that night. Could try to go on his show. He's probably going to be working. Well, we'll see if he could come on mine May 4th. I know Fabio, you and I will be on. We'll try and get P-Rock on. Was talking to him. We'll see some of the other people on here. We'll see. Very, very small. We'll do it. More to come. You will see me somewhere between 5:30, May 4th. I'll try and pop on tomorrow on Dante's show. So apparently some awesomeness there. I get home late on Tuesdays. But I'll try and pop on 9 o'clock, 9:15. We will come on before he ends. You'll certainly get me Wednesday. Dude, we got Dante's show Friday.
Yep.
And I'll be on that for sure. We'll see about anything else. And Saturday for sure. To wrap this up, I absolutely will be live Saturday at my regular time, 6 p.m. Eastern. We may even go like I did this past Saturday, maybe 5 p.m. Maybe we'll just go a little bit earlier and have a big party. And we may need to go 5 o'clock on Saturday. I think this Saturday you're joining me, right, Fabio? Because it's like a celebration. It's the end of the week.
Absolutely.
So usually I do live and raw, but it'll be a very special live and raw. And so we'll have a couple of guests on there. We'll wrap up the week. I think that's when I'm going to do the giveaway. Make sure you subscribe, because if you're not subscribed, you can't win. That's how I do it. I think that's when I'll do it, unless I go ahead and push it to the 16th or the end of the month. God, this whole month, dude, is Star Wars. It's not just going to be May 4th that it's over. That's what my point.
Right.
You got the middle of the month and celebration. They already said a lot, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, you gotta figure out when, because I know people are very excited about the giveaway. So I feel like you got to set it up to where you're gonna have the most people engaged and available to. I don't know what type of I don't know how you're doing it, but I feel like it would be cool for them to see how whoever wins.
All right. I don't always buy coffee out. I'm going to try and play this ending. I actually, you know what?
I'm going to try to play this ending.
I won't even play the ending today because I didn't play the intro today. And because it was like a late breaking news, like you're watching CNN, Fox News, whatever the heck it is that we watch out there. Breaking news, news flash. They just stop in. Boom, boom. This to me was historic. It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan. I'll see you on Wednesday. Stay thirsty, my friends.